There's definitely something going on.
Okay. Well,
There's something happening.
something's happening.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is
Something's happening.
we are.
There's something else happening, by the way. The 035's Podbean page is also not responding, which is a bit weird.
Oh, that's worrying.
That's more of a concern.
So that's not responding either at the moment. See if you guys can get it where it's just my internet, but everything else seems to be kind of working. I don't know.
Well, if you're able to log on to this, then
Yeah, I am.
I'm able to get to 035s.podbean.com. I'm right.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
that's all right.
I can,
Maybe
yeah,
just
yeah.
maybe just
You
me.
suck at using the internet.
Yeah.
Maybe some. Oh no, it's just come up. It was just hanging for ages for some
You just
weird
don't know how
reason.
to use the internet.
It was hanging. I have no idea how to use the fucking internet. I'm old.
Correct.
What do you want?
All right,
What do
so
you want
now
to
we're
say?
ready to start then?
Yeah.
Chinny, are we looking all right? OBS?
Yeah, looks like we're on. So we're good.
Okay.
We're live.
Let's start the motherfucking show, bitch.
Yeah, come on.
Sex noises.
Welcome yo to the veteran gamers. Hey, what happened? The fellas will tell you about every single game that they play this week.
Hello.
News, reviews, and an indie pick. Stu story time and Chinny's game breakers. Here comes Duke with the soundbite saviors.
No fooling.
Veteran gamers.
No fooling.
Veteran gamers.
No fooling.
Veteran gamers. It's the veteran gamers. Yeah, boy.
Perfectly level flying is the supreme challenge of the scale model pilot.
Before you have to press repeat, yo.
Worst podcast ever.
Hello and welcome to episode 695 of the Veteran Gamers Podcast.
Yay, 695. What up, people? I'm Duke.
I'm Stu.
And I forgot to swap the scene, but yes, I'm Chinny. Hello.
We are not military veterans, people. We are veterans of the gaming lifestyle.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, and we're streaming live on the internet, which is quite a big deal.
It is
And
on the
because people want to
interwebs.
know about context for sound clips, that one that I just played from Stephen Colbert has a contextual bit that I will now play for you so you know why I have that sound clip.
Next up, according to new research, stressed plants make ultrasonic clicking noises, which researchers recorded by putting microphones next to living plants. Worst podcast ever.
So there you go. He wasn't
Yeah.
calling us the
But
worst podcast ever, but it is fitting. For
But we
our
are. We are the worst podcast
It
He
ever.
hasn't,
really
he hasn't listened to
is.
us. Yeah, he
Worst
hasn't.
podcast
Um,
ever.
It does fit for us.
The talking about context for sound clips, I was
Yeah.
watching. I was in Manchester yesterday and today, and Simeon wanted to watch an episode of South Park, and then I was like, "Huh, this is the yes, it is. It's the episode where everybody says it's not on. It's on," and I was like, "This is it." Yeah, that was. I watched that
Classic.
episode, which is
What-
the.
What happened? I got served.
You got served, yeah.
What did you do, Stan? I danced
got
back at them. You what?
You what?
Oh God, it's not
no,
my
it's
fault.
on. Yeah,
No, it's not on.
very good, very good.
Yeah, that's a great episode.
Yeah, it is.
Have you seen Bring It On? Like, do you know that?
I
movie?
assumed it was about one of those films.
Well, actually, I think it's You Got
Step Up
Served.
or something.
Bring It
or
On
You Got
is
Served.
the
and
cheerleading one. You Got Served is the
there's
one.
the Step Up as well. What's Step Up?
Well, and that's the one. I don't know. But that episode is the one with Butters, and he's like, I can't go dancing anymore. It's all too hard to deal with.
Yeah.
Because these people died. I got something in my back pocket for you.
Now, can I just say, if this
He
has
goes
been
to
a...
the, hang on, no. I'm on.
Hold on, mate, hold
They
on.
get the emo duck or the emo guy, and then the duck. That don't look like no dancing duck to me. It's like just you got to get him ready, and then the dancing duck is ready, and then they go and they're gonna win it, and then Butters accidentally his shoe goes flying off, and everyone starts dying, and he's like, "Oh my God, not again!"
There you
Okay,
are.
now you may speak.
I was going to say, if this had been a Simpsons reference, you'd have known instantly and quoted it word
Yeah.
for word
Oh
exactly.
yeah.
Ooh, it's on, all right.
But South Park, not so much. Just saying.
Well, I haven't watched South Park 700 million times. But
That is also true. That is also true.
South Park is also the show that gave us this one.
Jesus, oh how I love you, Jesus.
Oh, he does love a sound.
Should we just
clip.
do an episode where we just
Parody
run
of-
through all the sound?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
someday
let's
I'll
do
do a
that.
syncast like that. But that's poking fun at Mel Gibson. This guy's fucking bad shit. Let's get out of here.
So I've had an
So-
interesting week.
Oh,
An
it's time
interesting
for a
week.
story.
Story time. Fuck yeah. Coming again to tell a motherfucking story about your lives that's not gaming related.
I quite like it. I like
I
the
don't,
new.
I don't know if I like
intro.
it. Sorry, Jay. I
You're
don't know.
not sure. You're not sure. I don't know. I
think
quite
I
like
I
had
it.
had
a-
to give it a week. I couldn't do it right away last week, so I gave it a week, and now
I feel like I
Yeah,
had
give it a week,
unexpected
give it a
to
week.
play it
a
then.
mini stroke when it happened, when it was playing. Just a mini one.
Go ahead.
Uh,
What happened, Stu? What's your week?
So
What
I've
happened
been.
to you?
Your MRI results?
I've been for my coronary angiogram, which I
That's
didn't
it.
realise was an angiogram
Yeah,
because I
that's
thought it was
right.
a scan.
That's where they put fingers up your bum, isn't it?
No, they
Yeah.
don't.
They stick
So-
them in your nose and reach your
No,
bum through
no,
the
they don't.
nose.
What they do is stick a catheter in your artery in your wrist. So they cut a hole in your wrist,
Yeah.
Right.
and then they stick a tube up it to your heart, and then they inject contrast fluid right near your heart in all your arteries, and then they have this spinny fucking X-ray machine going round your body, taking instant pictures so they can see instantly what's going on inside of you to make a decision whether you've got blockages or not.
And
So all that shit's going on.
Don't keep us waiting. What was the result?
Turns out I'm all clear and there's normal and there's no blockages at all.
Oh, good.
Really?
Which is fine because that's what I expected to happen because I'm non-ischemic. So it was kind of.
you know what happened
suspected.
though? You know what happened? They was like, don't I know your voice? And you go, well, I do a
Yeah,
podcast,
I
and then they
did,
said,
I did.
put a blockage in there.
No.
Put a blockage.
What
Worst
actually
podcast
happened? This is
ever.
true.
Yeah, it's true.
This is true. Do you know? If I had £1 for every time this was said to me, I'd be quite rich. But the nurse went, "Oh, you're a bit young to have heart failure."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. It's like, everyone says it, and then she went, "You don't look 50." So I was like, "Yeah, no, I'll take it. I'll take it."
Just say when next time somebody says, "Oh, you're a bit young for heart failure," you what? 82? Just looking good. Just
I'm
looking
just
good.
looking good for me age. But there is some
Heck
good
yeah.
news out of all of this, apart from the.
I
no
thought that was the
blockages.
good news that you
No,
don't
no,
have any
there's
blockages.
Yeah,
better.
really.
There's
I would have
better.
started with
It
that.
turns out,
No, no.
Mr. Fowler, you do have a heart.
No, there's better news. So.
He has 2 hearts.
Yeah, so whilst I was doing it, I had my consultant. I didn't realize he was going to be doing it. So the guy who I actually saw as a consultant actually does the thing as well.
Right.
So I
So
said
he's
to
hanging out in there, is he?
I know he's just hanging out.
Just
So I said to the nurse,
vibing.
"Oh, I
All
didn't
right,
realize."
bruv, you want me to do it as well with this consultancy?
Yeah. Anyway, he knew what he was doing. So I said to
Yeah.
the nurse, I said, "Oh, I didn't realize it'd be my actual consultant who's doing it." And she went, "Oh, they're very precious. They don't share." I was like,
Okay. My
"Okay."
patient! Fuck
Yeah,
off!
It is like that. It's seriously like that. Anyway, so while he's there, so I said, "Oh, he said,
Does he
"Oh,
know that you're married?
Yes, he recognised me. He recognised me, and he
Hey,
said,
she don't need to know, man. What
he said,
happened?
"Have I heard
Occupation
you on a-"
confidentiality.
"Have I heard you on a podcast?" No, he didn't say.
No.
What? He
No.
said-
Dude, I want a different doctor, goddammit.
No,
Anybody
he
who has
didn't.
time to listen to this shit.
said-
If
is not
anybody
getting
ever
near my
says,
heart.
"Oh, I listened to your podcast," I instantly go, "I'm sorry."
Yeah, I do.
I'm
what-
sorry.
What went wrong
Anyway-
in your life?
So anyway, he said, "This is how funny they are." Right? He said, "How did he go with the?"
Sounds
consultant?" He said,
hilarious.
Blackpool with
Just
your
wait.
ICD thing, and I said, "Oh well." He's decided to do a load more tests, and he went, "Oh right."
68 million of
He's
them.
like, "All right, why's that?" And I said,
69
"Because."
million.
I said, "Because he thinks there might have been some recovery." Oh.
Oh.
And he was like, "Oh, well, this is how negative they are, right?" And he went, "Oh, well, you've had 2 tests that said it's severe." Oh, cheers for that. Thank you.
Yeah.
The fact that another consultant might think they might have been, might be getting better is not right
Nope,
because
I'm here to tell you
you've
that
had
your
2
consultant was
tests.
full of
like,
shit.
he's saying it's severe, mate. You've
Yeah.
no chance. So anyway,
Yeah.
so towards the end of the test, he went, "Well, I can have a look at your ejection fraction while I'm doing this. It's not the most accurate way to do it, but it'll give us a ballpark figure."
Just do something.
So I said, "Oh,
Yeah,
okay
really.
then." So he did it.
I'm
And he
here.
went,
You already got the liquid in me.
My
Go ahead.
heart,
And he
you're
went-
fucking with it.
"Look, I'm getting to the fucking good bit here. Do you mind?" So
I got my
Alright.
hand poised over the sound clip.
So,
Go ahead.
so he said, right. So he did it, and then he went, "Ah." And I went, "What?" And he went, "Well, it said it's around 41% your ejection fraction." It's not-
41%.
So I
Oh, wait,
said,
there's-
and then he went, "Oh, that's quite a good improvement." So here's the thing, right? So I did a bit of research, right?
Well,
Mine
You
was,
should be dead.
I know exactly. Mine was less than 25% when I was diagnosed last year.
Yeah,
right?
when you was dying.
when I was dying. Now
Yes.
it's 41%.
Yes.
Right. Statistically,
Yes.
only 9% of heart failure patients
Yeah.
have an increase from less than 30% to over 40% in 12 months.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you were banging your hand together
Wait,
and saying, "Look at these numbers, Doc.
Wait.
90% of the people don't come as
So
good as me."
9%, right?
9.
And it's only 7 months since I was diagnosed.
So what you're
you're
saying
superhuman,
is you're
and
a
they
walking
need to respect how amazing you are.
you're a walking miracle.
I'm not a miracle, but I'm a bit of a minority anomaly, I guess.
Yeah.
So I'm in a very small minority of people who have heart failure.
Did you
who's
go
had
to
a big
any
improvement.
televangelist people
No, but,
between then? Just
but
say
no.
like, could you cure
One of
me
the-
to the Lord?
No, one of the sisters at work prayed for me every day.
There you go.
So
See,
and I've been to the
Jesus, he came through. You
I've
think
been-
he's not there, but he's there. You see, the Jesus is
That's
there.
exactly what she sounds like. That's
Do you
exactly- she is
podcast with
Irish.
someone who looks like a little bit like Jesus? Because I feel like I can feel his presence every Sunday night.
I think it's you, Chitty, channeling Jesus.
That's
has
just
cured
because
me.
does he look like Jesus? Handsome
No.
fella looks like Jesus with a Brummie accent. Just ask the fella
upshot-
there.
The upshot is it's not cured because obviously you have to be over 55%.
These are the angels that appear when Stu is
Welcome to the Lord.
seeing his doctor.
Jesus is here, curing Stuart and his poor, terrible, fatty
So-
heart.
So I've gone from.
It's vile in there. Honestly, I went in there,
Severe.
I looked into his heart, and it's just fat and pus. It's awful.
Severe to mild, so I'm mild now instead of severe. So
For the
that's-
audio
it's all
listeners,
good news.
for the audio
It's all good
listeners,
news.
Duke is crying with laughter right now.
He's crying with relief, you mean?
Well, the idea of what fat and pus in the
And
heart
it
is,
could also be this, right?
that
Because
vocabulary app is working.
Yes.
we're having our conservatory, so where I'm sitting now won't look like this. Hopefully, in about 3 or 4 months.
Oh.
Yeah, what's it gonna look
Big-
like?
Are you going
We're
to have an
having it-
orangery?
No, we're having it converted.
It's going to be
into a-
completely gone. He's just going to be in a field.
No, we're having it converted into a proper room with a
Proper room,
Oh,
proper
snap.
extension, proper brick
Proper,
extension.
Yeah.
Yeah, brick
Proper
in the
art on the walls,
corner,
not
all
some-
that shit.
One floor or two.
Wow.
One floor or two.
Whilst I fucking
Yeah.
no idea where this has come from. While we were clearing it out,
Yeah.
we came across this.
Holy shit!
Buddha,
Is
is
that
that-
is that literally someone's face that you ripped off of their skull?
What?
I was just
It's for
pointing
the
out
audio
audio
listeners.
listeners.
No, look how
yeah.
cool this weighs.
For the audio listeners,
A-
for the
a-
audio
a fat
listeners.
statue,
no
a statue
idea.
of
No, he's not,
it's
Duke. He's
sometimes
ho-
called Buddha, and it's not Buddha.
It
Buddha-
For the
weighs
audio
an
listeners, he's holding up a
absolute ton.
swastika.
I am. It weighs an absolute ton, right?
It's a
And
Buddha, yes, yes.
It's a Buddha.
It's
Buddha,
not Buddha.
Buddha,
it's
Buddha.
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 which
But
is
maybe this
different
brought
from
me
the
the good
Buddha.
look I needed. Maybe this is
It's
what
Dave the Buddha.
This is the
Could
cure.
be.
So he's on top of my speaker now over here. Giving me
Chinese
good
monk,
look,
often
looking at
venerated with
me,
Maitreya Buddha and Chan Buddhism.
looking
Alright,
at
yeah.
me, giving me lots of good vibes.
Yeah,
so
a
there you
piece
go.
a piece of fucking plastic gave you a cure.
It's
yeah,
not. It's solid. Look, just a minute. I could break some. I could kill somebody with this. It's
You
that
should.
Please don't kill
It's
somebody.
knobbly
with
enough,
a
right?
Look at the
statue
polar
I
opposites of
reckon
mine and Duke's
Chan
response.
Buddhism.
I,
Yeah.
Duke said you shouldn't do it. I said you
I
should.
reckon Buddha's head would be great for bludgeoning somebody.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
death.
Not the Buddha.
That would be a good Cluedo weapon.
Yeah, it would.
Or
Kill with the
clue,
Buddha.
clue,
Kill with
as
the heavy
Duke
Buddha.
would call it.
Yeah.
So it's pretty swish. He's shiny and gold and shit. So there you go. He's giving
Excellent.
me good vibes.
So the upshot of this whole
It's like-
story is you're healthy and you're a walking
I'm
miracle.
getting better. I'm
Right.
getting constantly getting better. So
Excellent.
there you
And
go.
his heart is very pulchritudinous.
Yeah, it's better than it's not fixed, by the way. Can I just let you know? It's just better than it
Better.
was.
Right.
I'm mild
Alright.
instead of severe.
Yeah.
Good.
So
We're
yeah,
all happy
so
for
good.
you. That's
So
good
good.
news.
Hopefully
right.
by 12 months I'll be over 50%. Who knows? You never know.
Hey, and then eventually you can get to Meat Beat Manifesto's third album.
It's this beer, all this
Get
beer
it? 'Cause
I'm
it's
drinking is
99%.
Yeah.
No,
they're
Duke.
telling me
Nobody
that joke.
gets that.
Nobody gets that
Somebody else.
joke apart from you.
Anyway, shall we talk about bloody vid games?
Yeah, let's talk about the vid games.
Where are you going? Story time's over, isn't it?
What you been playing?
All right, with the
Wow.
new shorter sound clips,
I like that.
themes, let's dive right in.
Bam. Bam.
Yeah.
Well, I've only played one game, and it was the Play My Game, bitch.
Well,
You
I
are
guess we're gonna
fucking
start with
kidding
that
me.
Then.
The
Well, what's
fuck
the
is
problem?
wrong with you? Jesus
He had 2 weeks
Christ.
where he played several things, so you
Well,
can't
that is true. So now
Also,
he's
the
not playing
snooker's
anything
been
for
on
random.
this week, so I ain't been doing nothing.
Oh
I'm
God!
watching the snooker.
All right, I guess we're gonna dive in.
I'm watching. If you want to confess,
bitch.
Yeah, bitch!
This one I'm gonna let play.
Yeah, bitch!
Play my game, bitch.
Yeah, it's got the Breaking Bad connection.
Yeah, bitch!
Thank you, Jesse.
Yeah.
I'm watching the snooker now, so
Chinny should be, don't play any
I'm glad
games.
we get your full
bitch.
attention.
Luke
I said
Purcell
that, I
versus Mark
said-
Selby.
I said to Millie, I said, I'll guarantee Chinny will be watching the snooker as we're doing the podcast tonight.
The damn fucking right I am.
Has anybody ever like stabbed someone else with a snooker cue, or what's the most violent thing that's happened?
Well,
during a
during
snooker match?
this year's tournament, No More Oil protest. Somebody ran onto the table and
Oh yeah,
threw
threw
dry
powder everywhere,
dry
didn't they?
orange paint all over the
Yeah.
table. Stop playing, which
I
was
don't know that a snooker competition is the best target for that particular protest.
Well,
Oh
it-
no, they do
I mean, I
it.
get
for
why
it-
they do it.
for
I get why they do it at the Tate, because the Tate is funded by BP. But
well, that's what that was kind of like it was like, why do it at the snooker? They didn't do anything.
They do it at everything though, don't they?
Yeah,
don't
they did
care.
it at the.
people are desperate for attention, I suppose. I mean, you know, what do
Well,
you
they
do
got
when
it.
the world's on fire and no one's paying attention?
But the best thing was they tried to do it on the other table.
Yeah, she didn't get
simultaneously,
far.
and she didn't get near it.
She
and
didn't
then
get,
security
on
grabbed her
it.
before she
Security?
got on
No, it wasn't security that pulled her. It was the referee.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It was referee. So
See, that's actually going to set your cause back, I think, if
Yeah.
people are like, they're incompetent.
Yeah.
Because there was this one group that was like running up. There was some auction or something, and they glued themselves to the auction table, but they didn't realize that it was like modular. So they just wheeled it away, and the person's like, wait, and they just like wheeled them off the stage. It was so ridiculous.
That's really
that
good.
is that is
I
very
That's
believe
like
in your
a bit-
cause, but y'all need to work on your tactics.
that's
man.
like a sitcom thing, isn't it? That's
Yeah,
great.
it is. It really is. All
Uh,
right, so this week we played Minecraft Legends.
We did.
Now, a lot of people have
We
never
did.
heard of Minecraft, so they don't know what this is.
Minecraft.
For those who don't know, Minecraft is a game where you mine things and craft things.
Yes,
So that's a thing.
that's the thing.
Except in this game, you don't
You
mine
don't.
anything.
No.
You just
Well,
have
you
little
do.
workers.
You do.
Well, you
Well,
don't.
no, you don't. Your little
Weird
minions
pixie
Your
angel thing.
slaves. Your
Right.
slaves do it.
Because as everyone knows, the best way to capitalize on a game where you gather resources and build things is to not let the person who's playing it gather resources or build things.
Well, you can build stuff, but
Fuck
again,
is wrong with
it's-
that? You're not building
it's
anything.
automatic.
You don't
It's
do no.
automatic.
You right. It's not, and that means you're not doing it. You're just saying, "Here's where I'd like this thing to be."
Why is
And
that
do you have any
annoying
choice
you,
over
like-
What it looks like? Never.
I feel like
No,
he's
it's-
annoyed already, Chinny. Before
Why
we've
does that
even
annoy
talked
you
about
though
it.
about this game?
Because the best thing about Minecraft is
Yeah, but
the
it's not.
mining
It's
and
not.
the crafting.
Yeah, but you've got fucking Minecraft to do that.
That is true. I'm with
Yeah,
Chinny
I
on
know.
this.
And the whole time I'm playing this, I'm thinking, "Fuck, I could be playing Minecraft."
Yeah, but this
I
is
hated this game.
So for some,
Piece of shit.
so for people
Shit.
that don't know what Minecraft Legends is, it came out
Wow.
on Game Pass. It's essentially a sort of RTS, but you're controlling a somebody on a horse.
It's like Overlord. Was that it? Where you have
Yeah,
a
it is
little
like
bit
Overlord.
like that. Yeah. So it's
you're sending your minions hither and
Pikmin, I
yon.
guess. Bit like
Yeah.
Pikmin.
I guess.
And
And look, if
yeah.
this was any other type of thing, if they called it like, Resource Legends or something, I'd probably be cool with it. But
I just think that's a
the
really
idea that
weird.
They keep
Well, it's-
platforming
it's the
everything.
Minecraft
I was talking about
aesthetic,
this
though,
with the
isn't it?
Duchess today. Like, she said we were at brunch, and she goes, "It's funny that TV has this, basketball game, and that TV has a Terminator movie on it." And I was like, "Terminator?" And then I realized, you know what? There was a time when a Terminator movie on TV would mean it's probably one that I liked. Because it used to be there were three.
No.
Terminator, Terminator 2, Terminator 3. 3 was bad, but 1 and 2 were great. Now, it's Terminator Salvation or Terminator Resurrection or Terminator Colostomy Bag or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
And they just keep franchising these things because it's about making money. And so once upon a time, it was, you talk about Assassin's Creed, if I said Simpsons and my students are like, yeah, I'll check it out on, Disney Plus or whatever, and they watch some episode, there's a good chance it's going to be from one of the bad seasons.
There are
and they're gonna
more
think
bad
it sucks.
seasons than there are good seasons
Yes,
now.
exactly. So, this is why British comedy works better because, as they said on The Simpsons, Do Shut Up is the most long-running British sitcom of all time, and tonight we're showing all 8 episodes.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it. Quit while you're fucking
Mind
ahead,
you,
man.
mind you, the British have sort of changed that a little bit. They've started getting more seasons in. Like,
You're welcome.
yeah. So they,
influence
what
of
was it?
American
Yeah.
Well, you see, a good example is The Office, because the British
yeah,
Office
no,
had
no,
what,
I know,
2
no,
seasons,
but
3
what I'm
seasons or
talking
whatever?
about though is more
You're talking about
recent
what's
sitcoms
evolved.
have started to have more series.
Yeah.
So People Just Do Nothing has 5 seasons, which is a brilliant British sitcom. This Country has 4, I think. Which is
And are they going to keep going? Do you think, or are they calling?
No,
it
they're
5
done.
and then
They are done. To be fair,
see, that's still smart.
Yeah.
Because the U.S. office went for like 12, I think.
That's what I mean.
9.
Like the
It went for
British office,
9.
British office had hardly any. American office
The
went
British
on forever.
office has 6 episodes and 1 Christmas special, same as extras. 40 Tales has 12 episodes. The Only Fools and Horses is the exception, by the way. Only Fools and Horses went for like 10 years and then
In Betweeners
Say
they
again.
have 2 seasons.
Big
In
Head?
Betweeners. Oh, Benny Hill, that went on forever.
I never watched
Big
Benny Hill
Head.
because I just thought it was
Big
shite.
Head. I said
Big Head. I never
Oh,
heard
but
of
it
Big
said
Head.
Benny Hill. Oh, Big Head was great.
Wait, no, that was the sketch show you turned me on.
Big
to.
Train.
Big Train.
Big Head. Big Train. Big.
That was 2 seasons. So
Okay.
yeah.
Well, anyway, back to Minecraft
Anyway.
Legends. It would be really cool if we had a video stream. We could put footage of the
I
game
know, so
on
people
it.
knew what we was talking
That
about.
would be
This
pretty
crappy
nifty, I think.
non-crafting craft
Yeah.
game.
I don't want to get in the way of watching the
Honestly.
snooker, but you know.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not.
one
So,
job to
so,
do.
so for people that don't know, yeah, you're riding around on this horse. You're sort of getting resources
You
on
have
the
a
way.
banner.
You have a little banner, and you can spawn in like different little minion type things, and some are better at fighting piglets. I suppose is what you're fighting the enemy.
Piglin. The piglins
Piglin.
have been established in Minecraft.
Yeah, I'm sure
And
they
first of all, can we be clear? Like, I don't, and maybe I'm alone here because I don't know. I get the sense maybe y'all didn't hate it the way I did, but the lore of Minecraft, who gives a fuck? Creepers are an annoyance. Zombies are more boring.
Hey,
than
creepers are
anything.
with you in this game. What's your problem?
Well, I wouldn't know because I didn't get that far.
Oh,
But,
right, okay.
They open the gates of the Nether and the piglins come out. The piglins don't bother you if you're wearing gold boots. Like, I'm just the idea that there's so much interesting
Now,
stuff in Minecraft.
can
No,
I just
there's stuff that we
say-
know in Minecraft because we have to deal with it when we go to play the game.
I've got to stop you there, dude, because my character
ahead.
did not have gold boots on, so there's a problem already.
Well, no, but that's the
And none of the
original
villagers
Minecraft
did, to
game
be honest.
compared to that.
He's not saying that, but anyway, I don't agree with what you're saying, Duke, because
That's fine.
I like Minecraft. I've played many hours of it, but I'm perfectly fine with this game saying
Yeah, I'm
here's
alright with the
Minecraft,
setup.
but
Yeah.
here's a different type of game in this world, and I don't care if it doesn't follow all the rules. I did find it. I couldn't figure out. I played up to like the first sort of big battle. Like there's a big battle that you
Yeah,
have to do.
where you have to close the gate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
played
yeah.
up to there, and I couldn't find out how to mine iron at all.
No, I couldn't. I
don't
couldn't
know
find
how
any
you did
iron.
that.
No, I didn't find any iron.
But yeah, I did find it a bit odd how you mine for things, but I suppose it's just a way of coming. up with it.
What's kind of cool though, you can set it going on a tree miles away from where you are, and it just keeps adding to your inventory, even if
that's
you're not
cool.
next to it. So that's
Yeah,
quite cool.
It's just a resource gathering.
Same with rock.
bit.
But
yeah,
I did have some issues with it. I did have quite a few actually. The first thing I thought is very tedious traveling from village to village on your little horse.
you can
It
fast
just-
travel.
You can once you've unlocked one, but then it'll give you another one that's miles away, and you've got to travel.
Yeah,
again.
it is a little tedious, especially when you've got a big hill in front of you. Yeah.
Correct. So that was a bit tedious. The other issue I had, and I didn't realize this at first, because you can spawn these ones that shoot arrows, right, which are great.
Yeah.
And then you spawn these like concrete golem things.
They're
that can
better
break,
at destroying buildings.
destroying structures. But I didn't realize there was a limited amount of these. So I was spamming the golem
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
and then they were all out, and I couldn't get any archer ones, and there didn't seem to any way to destroy your golems, so you could get archer ones
You can.
instead.
You can.
I couldn't figure out. It didn't
You,
tell me how to
you know
do
where
it.
you spawn them out?
Yeah.
You can destroy them as well.
Well, I destroyed the spawn point, but it didn't destroy
No,
the
but
golems.
there's a prompt on the spawn thing to recall them all to send them back to hell or
I
whatever they're
didn't
from.
see that. I didn't see that because
Yeah.
I did try multiple things to get rid of them.
Well,
and I
I
couldn't.
can't help it, you being
So I just waited
shit.
till a few of them had got killed, and then I went and spawned some archer
Yeah, that's
ones
the way to do it.
instead.
Because they die pretty quick, Stu. I don't know why you said.
Yeah, they die pretty quick.
I suppose I didn't mind it. I just thought that it was a bit tedious. Speaking of tedium, Stu, you found it
Yeah.
tedious to travel.
I
thought
did.
it was tedious to keep getting your minions. Like I know you can put that spawn thing anywhere you want, but you
Yeah.
couldn't put it in the enemy territory, could you? So
No,
like,
it
you have
had
to
be
keep
on the
running
outside.
back and
back to it to spawn.
yeah. I
some
thought that was a
more.
bit shite.
Yeah.
But
I
I
also- I'll
didn't.
tell you what else I
hate
didn't
it. I
like.
didn't hate this game. I just thought
I
it was
didn't.
okay.
But I'll tell you what else I didn't like. was that you had
Minecraft
to
Legends.
have them. That you had to have them within that circle before you could call them back to you.
Yes, that's
So
weird.
if you were at the if they'd gone out of range, you
Yeah.
could only use the ones that were near to
So
you. It's a bloody
in
right pain in the
in
arse.
Halo Wars, one of the greatest RTSs of all time, there's a button to call all units, and there's a button to
Yeah.
call local units, and local
Yeah.
units are the ones on the screen. All units is all the units you have, and there wasn't a really great way of like calling all of them. You're right, but if you press the right trigger or hold the
this
right
game.
trigger, you can split up the who you're sending forward and stuff. But I still
yeah,
didn't
that
think
was fine.
I still didn't think it worked that well.
No, it didn't. It felt a bit hit and miss when you were trying to break one particular structure and you wanted them all to go and do it. You'd end up with 3 in one place and 2 in another, and maybe 4 or
and
5
part of
that
that
you
is
had in
because
your circle.
RTSs are notoriously tough to do on a console. If Halo Wars
Yeah.
was the first one that ever became
Yeah, but you could have a
somewhat
radial
successful.
wheel, couldn't they? Where it just
Yeah.
said
There's lots of
recall
ways they
all
could do it.
units.
The other thing, though, is that, I mean, because RTSs require precision, but this game is obviously made for younger players, and they're not looking for that kind of precision. So you have to walk this really crazy balance.
I
of being
guess, but you've still got to be
doing
able
RTS
to
on a
execute
console
what you
for
need
younger
to
players.
do, though, haven't you? You
I
can't.
agree. Hey, you don't need to tell me.
These
that
these
failed on
young
many
players are
levels.
bloody astute. You can't underestimate the youngsters, man. They know
I-
what they're doing.
I'm
I-
not
I th-
underestimating the youngsters.
The thing that I hated the most about this game was the voice acting. To be honest, I just thought it was
Well,
atrocious.
that was also annoying in that it
Yeah, it
went on for a
was.
while. I will say that I'll give him credit for the character named Foresight, because she had
4 eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Foresight.
Yeah.
was
Oh,
nice.
the hilarity.
Lots of
That's
lots
pretty
of
clever.
cut scenes as well. There were a ton of cut
Yeah,
scenes.
well,
Too
that's the other
many.
thing. I was like, I'd like to play, please. And
Yeah, shit
then
ton
it's
of
just,
cut
let me tell you
scenes.
why we're in peril. And
Yeah,
no,
I
it's
don't
not.
care. There's evil pigs. Got it. Let's fight them. I
Yeah,
don't care.
kill the evil pigs.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Don't need it.
Kill
I
the
thought it was very okay. I didn't continue playing it. Because I
No,
played
I
this. I
didn't.
didn't play this today. I played this like really early on. I played this like on Monday or something,
Mm,
and I thought maybe I'll keep playing it. But no, I had no desire
Maybe
to play
you
this
won't.
for the rest of the week. So
yeah.
No, I
It's,
got bored once I'd done the big battle, and then it said, "Oh, you've got to go over here," and almost like just rinse and repeat and do the same things again. I was like,
I mean, there's
I
probably
can't be bothered.
variations on the theme, but I wouldn't know because I did one village and I'm like, done.
"Yeah, restart the fountain, defend then village from piglets or whatever the hell they're called, piglins."
I feel like we all
Piglins.
sort of agree in the end on this
Yeah.
Minecraft Legends.
Not really a lot of fun.
it just felt a bit mediocre, if
Yeah,
I'm being totally honest.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
good that you could give it to a young
Aesthetically, it looks
child.
cool.
And I think
Yeah.
they would
Well, and
enjoy
that's
it.
the thing is, I think there are some kids who would really get into this because they love the world of Minecraft,
Of course.
and I mean that's fine.
But
like, more power to
because
them.
it's in
I
the
just-
world of Minecraft doesn't mean you have to half try to make a good game. Do you know what I mean? You could still make
Yeah.
a
Oh
great
yeah,
game.
no, I agree, and I think it does a disservice because if I were to say to someone like Minecraft, they'll go, "Oh, I played that, it sucks," and I'm like, "What do you mean it sucks?" And they're like, "All you do is save these villages," and I'm like, "Okay, you played Minecraft Legends." I can see someone playing story mode and being like, "Eh, it was alright."
And then they
Like,
did a bit of
you know what I
tower
mean?
defense as well, which you're seeing on screen
Yeah.
now, where you can set up
Yeah.
these turrets and
Yeah.
stuff.
So
I
it's
don't
like-
know. I feel like they had lots of ideas they've stolen from a lot of other games and mashed
Well,
them all
yeah.
together, and none of them were particularly well executed.
Agreed.
Yeah,
I think
didn't,
that's a pretty good description.
didn't love it.
No, I didn't.
No.
Mind you, I
Well,
don't
maybe
love these
Jacinta
types of
did.
games
She
anyway, I
sent
guess.
us another message about playing
Yeah,
this
she
game.
did. And we've got an email
And it's cool,
about
and the
it as well.
community is involved in our activities. So you know.
Activity.
Well, let's see if
What
they
about next
agree.
week? What are we gonna play next week?
I don't know.
Oh, we've got a game. We've got a game for next week
What have
already.
we
What's
got?
that?
Redfall comes out on the
Ooh,
1st
Game Pass,
of
there it is.
May. Yeah.
Check it out,
So-
people. It's
So
dropping
Redfall,
tomorrow.
big one, AAA. It's a big game.
What kind of game is it?
It's
It's a sort of kill
Left
the
4 Dead.
vampires.
Left 4 Dead.
Left 4
Okay,
Dead
alright.
vampire killing game.
All right, I'm all right with that.
So we could maybe. Are you off on bank holiday, Ginny, tomorrow?
I am, but I'm going to the Sea Life Centre
Oh, very nice. It'll be packed with
with
people.
my very, very adorable, cute little niece.
Oh, that'd be
She-
lovely.
She was so excited. She got packed and ready to go on Friday.
Oh,
Wow,
bless
that's
her.
exciting.
Yeah, and
Very cute.
she sent me a WhatsApp audio message via her mum saying
Oh,
Like,
how old is she? How old is she?
4,
Oh, bless her.
and she
Oh,
says,
stars.
"Uncle Mike, let's fucking do this Sea Life Centre shit."
That seems
So
weird
she wants
for a
to.
4-year-old
She
be
just wants to
cursing like that.
stroke a stingray because you get to do that shit, don't you? And
Well,
stuff.
yeah. So and she's even get how cute this is. She's even packed a little bit of money because her mum wanted to understand how money worked. You know, instead of educating.
Oh,
She even packed a
bless
little
her.
bit of money so she could buy something at the little gift shop.
Oh,
How cute is that? And
Buy a,
one thing though, she carries this purse with money because she likes to pretend that she has money. We went to the beach like last year, and
Yeah.
we parked up, and the parking meter was change only. And none of us had change apart from little Talia, and she said, "I'll pay for it," and she paid for it with a little.
Oh, bless her.
And I went, "What else you got in there? Because I want a fucking ice cream."
Yeah, you better have enough money, lad.
Give me
What's the matter
one.
with you? Give me
No,
your cash.
so-
Go see my dealer. I could use some more meth.
Yeah, unfortunately, I won't be around tomorrow. When does it come out? This Redfall?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
First of May, I think.
Well, I might be around after. It depends, really.
Well, look, give us a shout whatever time you get back, and if I'm at a loose
the
end.
final of the snooker.
Oh, I know.
So I'll be watching that.
Hey, man, we
I
make
do
time for
think
what's
this would be
important to
more
us.
fun for us to play together rather than just,
Yeah,
you know what I mean, just play, because it's meant to be played in
no.
co-op.
yeah,
Yeah,
and I
lots
won't
of
be
games
around
meant to be played in co-op.
Tuesday night because I'm in London on Tuesday night.
London, no, get you,
London.
smarty pants.
Lines. Yeah, London. So
There you go.
He gets around.
I do.
That
do.
chinny does.
Anyway-
all
Only
right.
just
So
like
anyway,
a beach
next
boy.
week, Redfall. Check it out, people. Join
Bam.
us. Send us
Bam.
Redfall.
thoughts. What do you
Bam.
think?
Bam.
Redfall.
Bam.
All right. who's
Actually, we
going
should
next?
get more because this is a big game, so more people should play this.
Yeah, play it, people. Come on.
Yeah, big game. Oh,
All right.
Chinny.
What?
Where should they send that? Where are they going to send that?
Oh
email?
well, if they're on the internet, which
Yeah.
if they connect via dial-up or AOL, they can get on the internet, and they can email us. You see.
Email.
Yes, vgpodcastuk@gmail.com.
Ah, there you go.
Is that
That's
right?
where they-
Did I say
that,
it
that
right?
is correct,
Oh,
right?
right.
Yeah, we've got it now. We've got it.
vgpodcastuk.
I did want it to be
Gmail.
just vgpodcast@gmail.com, but some fuckers
Yes,
already
you
got
said
that.
Fucker ruined it.
Some fucking fucker has fucking
It'll be
fucking
All right,
nicked-
Stu, calm down. You got to
Alright, I'm gonna
raise your
go
heart
next.
rate.
goddamn splitters.
Go on,
Tell you.
Duke,
Right.
go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
Duke, you've got the list as long as
Warframe
my arm.
relaunched as they have a new introductory
oh yeah,
quest
I
line
saw this. Yeah.
called the Duviri Paradox.
Warframe. This is Warframe.
Oh, dude, Warframe has been around for a long time, many,
It-
many years.
It's a free-to-play
and
game,
it's-
wasn't it?
It is a free-to-play
Yeah,
game.
it's like a
and
shooter, isn't it?
It continues to be a free-to-play game. Yes, and it's so thirsty. It so wants to be Destiny.
Yes.
They made Warframe. They were like, run around, shoot things. And then Destiny came along and said, hold my beer, watch this. And they went, pow! Lore, Stevens, worlds, all this shit. And Warframe was like, oh my God. Yeah, we should do something like that. So they said, all right, here's what we're going to do. You ready? Okay. First of all, hours of cutscenes. That's good, right?
Right,
And
yeah.
then,
Right.
hang on, I'm not done. Do you like people doing over the top Greek tragedy, sort of goofy voices, and talking about the tournament has begun, kind of like Hedonism Bot on Futurama, but like not funny? Because if so,
not really.
we got a
no.
game for you.
No.
Yeah. At one point, the whole idea is that it's kind of roguelike, and the dude's lounging on his chair, and he's got the kind of like Chinny, and he's got
Yeah,
this
it's
arm of his chair. He's got the armrest, and every time you die, he hits his hand on the armrest, and then there's this spiral, and then you respawn, and it's like there's a reason you're respawning because you're trapped in his paradox, and oh God! And they go, "Do you feel like you're trapped?" Yeah, I'm trapped in this fucking stupid ass cutscene. Is what I'm trapped in. God damn it! Can we just
Yeah.
fucking play the game, please?
It really does look like before you said it, I was like, man, this looks like it wants to be Destiny, big time.
It so wants to be that. It's so, it's like so transparently thirsty. Like
this
I
is
said, it's just,
this is a pretty cutscene though. I will.
the graphics are incredible. Like they've done so much good work on this. If they had a good story, they would really be in business. But it's such a dumb story,
Yeah.
and like there's all these people. Like what you're a jester in the masquerade is afoot, and it's oh God, stop! And everybody's voices, blah, 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 blah. And then you get to some cave. And there's this gravelly voiced say, "He's finally arrived, hasn't he?" and you're, who's that? And he's, hello. And it slowly pans up, and he's got the robes on and shit, and he's holding this like mutant rabbit pet thing, and he's like, oh, we welcome you to the caverns of Kremlech. And it's, and then he tells his story, and he's going on, and you're just, I thought I was going to be running around shooting things and cutting people with these swords. Nope. You're going to listen to the lore of the ancients and all this shit. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not into it, but it felt like...
yeah, it sounds like you might not be into it.
Yeah, I don't think you're into it,
And
Duke. I don't know what's telling
I gave it a
you
shot. I mean, people on Reddit always lose their shit over Warframe. People are like, "What's the best free-to-play game?" Everyone's like, "Warframe! Oh my God, it's Warframe! You gotta play Warframe!"
Yeah.
And like the base game is decent. I remember having a decent time with the base game, but this is just so not fun.
Oh no, they just stabbed that woman in the back.
Yeah, and then he hit the, and then it's spiral, and then you're back. So, you know, that's the paradox you're in.
I feel like it's more graphic, this, than, you know, Destiny never has any shit like that going on.
The paradox, it's a spiral.
It looks like an Austin Powers section.
No, it's like thing is it Twilight Zone.
Yeah, it does.
Parody of itself. And like everything in Warframe has these weird horns sticking out of it. Your horse has some weird horns sticking out. Your Warframe you choose it.
Horns are in, Duke. Horns are in.
Yeah, do you not know?
Yes.
Oh no, she got stabbed again.
Oh my God, not again.
Fucking hell.
Holy
That
moly.
king, he's really evil. What an
Or is this a
evil
guy? I
king.
can't tell.
Yeah, and you can choose whether it's a
Oh,
guy
right.
or not, but
But I tell you what, this person is having some bad luck, being stabbed twice. And then good luck.
But this time she's looking down and like, nothing's happened. I'm still here. What's going
Fucking
on?
hell, that was a good
well,
dive.
that's because the paradox has been interrupted, man. There's
I see. She didn't die this time.
Meteorite coming. And,
oh no, there's a hand.
and there's some toy, and you got to get all the pieces of the toy and all this, and it's just,
God.
So I don't know. I feel like I uninstalled it as soon as I got sick
So
of the.
I'm getting the
Druid
impression
paradox.
you love
I
this
should've-
game, dude.
I should have gone back and tried the base game again because, you know, I don't care about the Deviri thing, but I should have been like, let me see what the base game's like these days. But you know what? Again, I could be playing Destiny. Like I've bought Destiny DLC. There's no reason for me not to be playing Destiny.
Why aren't you playing Destiny?
Because I'm trying the new shit.
Ugh.
Oh dear.
I want to have new stuff to talk about. I know how much
True,
y'all love
true.
that.
Yeah,
He
I
does
do.
this
My
all the
cheery,
time.
dulcet tones.
I do enjoy shitting on stuff.
Yeah,
you've
you
played.
do.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
plenty of shit on here, and you could try it for free. See what you think.
Absolutely not.
Only gonna cost
Yeah,
you your
definitely
time.
not. Definitely
All
not.
right,
can
Stu, what you
forget
got?
it. Okay, I finished a game this week.
Oh
Ooh,
yeah.
I'm
what
doing
game
quite
did you
well.
finish?
I'm doing well. I finished Coffee Talk.
Welcome to Coffee
yeah.
Talk.
Coffee.
Where's the
Bit of
thing? I need
coffee
to
talk.
organize my thing. Oh, here we go.
Coffee
Let's
Talk.
play Guess the Game that Ginny's played and
Coffee talk.
finished this week.
But it's Stu.
But it's Stu.
Coffee talk.
Coffee Talk.
So did you serve?
uh,
You served all the coffee to people, and you had all
I
the
said
talk to
I
them?
had 3 cups of coffee that I didn't unlock, so I didn't get the recipes.
Oh,
for
great.
50 brews
What
of
was the
coffee.
coolest foam art you made?
I did a smiley, like an acid house smiley face.
Did you ever do a dick?
Wait, an acid house smile. What's different from an acid house smiley face?
Smiley face. So it had dribbly eyes and stuff because obviously they're sort of
yeah.
psychedelic.
Did you ever do a dick?
Aye.
Did you ever do a dick?
I didn't do a dick, no.
What is
Oh,
a
man,
man
you're
of
wasting an
Can I
opportunity,
just
dude.
say it's quite difficult to do because the minute you start,
Well, yeah,
putting-
that's why baristas who can do it are geniuses.
Sure.
Who deserve
It's
$100.
nothing like that. So the minute you start putting this milk on top of the coffee, it just goes fucking everywhere. And then you've got like an etching tool, which don't really work very well.
No.
But I'll tell you what, I like the end of this game. I did all right. I cheated slightly, can I just say?
Stu.
Because there's an alien called Neil comes in for a drink.
Neil,
right?
yeah, normal
Neil,
name.
Neil
for an
Strauss.
Neil
alien.
the alien. And he has like a spacesuit on.
Neil Gaiman.
Neil, and he refers to himself as we, right? So it's like we
Ah,
this, we
So
that.
it's royal.
So it's it's like we, as in his multiple people at the
Right.
same time.
The editorial we, the royal man. She
the royal
kidnapped
we.
herself, man.
But he comes in and says, "Oh, just give me anything." And I say, as the barista, "Oh, but you know, there must be something that you can
Oh,
taste."
I'll give you
He says-
anthrax.
And he drinks through his finger, so he puts his finger in the cup
God.
to drink the brew, right?
Jesus Christ.
and he's come to Earth to impregnate women, right?
Does he do that for his finger as well?
That doesn't. Well, that's what they have a conversation. They have a whole conversation about how that happens, right?
What's that
So
for the back of his knee? Or how does he
we're
shag?
not sure. We're not sure, but he said he's been studying the human race, so it will be fine when he has to come to do it. So that's what he kind of the answer he gives.
So he doesn't tell you what? Look, it's the end of his toe or something.
No, he doesn't tell you.
Oh, that's stupid.
But anyway, so here's the thing. So
I
he's
really
thinking-
hate that payoff. If you see a gun in a movie, you
I
should see
know.
it be shot. That's the rule.
That's called Chekhov's gun. Anton Chekhov, the Russian
Chekhov.
storyteller, said if you have a gun in the first act, it needs to be fired.
Needs
by the
to
end
be
of the third
shot.
act.
If you Quentin Tarantino said like when he watched Roots, and the guy at the end didn't whip the slave owner back at the end, he thought that was the stupidest fucking ending in the world. Because if he was that guy, he would have whipped the shit out of him. So that's why in Django, Django whips the shit out of everybody because that's what you want to see.
That's what they would do in real life.
So I want to see this finger guy shag someone.
What, shagging from the back of his knee?
From the shagging from the end of his toe.
End
That's
of his
what I
toe.
want.
So anyway, so he says, just give me anything. I'm like, but maybe I can rustle something up that you could actually feel, even if you can't taste it. Makes you feel something.
Anthrax coffee.
Yeah.
So I was like, it doesn't give you any clues at all what this could possibly be.
Is it just can you
So
just do anything and it will
Yeah,
just...
so you've got all
There's
these...
no indicator hovering over the thing.
No, there's no indicator to tell you what it could be or what ingredients you might use, because there's tons of ingredients like ginger and honey and cinnamon and there's all sorts of shit, right? So I'm like, well, there must be something specific to give him.
Well,
right?
yeah.
So I looked online because I thought, fuck this shit, I ain't gonna figure it out.
After spending 4 minutes trying to figure it
Exactly.
out.
Well, I'm like, whatever I give him is going to be wrong because it's just going to be some random ingredients and it ain't going to be what he wants.
There
so
has
I
to
look-
be some internal logic, I would hope.
None that I can think of. There's nothing to indicate what you.
Now
can...
that you know what it is, you still have
Nope,
no idea
nope,
how you're
makes
supposed
no-
to.
makes
that,
no-
that
And that
sucks.
makes this game
That guarantees I am never
stupid.
going to play this game,
Doesn't
man.
make-
That's a severe
But,
flaw in the game.
and if you don't give it him, you don't get the true ending of the game.
Fuck's sake. Well,
So
then fuck right
so-
off. How the hell are you supposed to know what to do?
So you're reliant on figuring this random drink that could be anything of any number of 8 ingredients,
Yeah.
any random order of 3 of those. And it's like, well, I'm never going to figure it out. And it's called, it turns out it's called the Milky Way, the actual drink you give him. And I can't remember what's in
candy
it
bar?
now. But I gave it him. And it does unlock a really cool, and you get obviously an achievement for giving it him. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Even though I didn't figure it out.
Oh, it's pretty
But-
cool. I got this thing that I cheated to
But-
acquire.
Just to be clear, there is no way, unless somebody can tell me how, you could actually figure that drink out on your own.
And if there is no way to figure it out on your own, then fuck this game. And
Yeah,
everybody
there's
who-
no way to figure it out. Not that I can think, nothing from what he says to you.
That's
or
it. I'm
anything.
never going near it, dude. Just so
Because
you
he
know,
literally just goes, oh, just Russell, just give me anything because I can't taste it anyway. So it's like, well, how from that would I know? Because a lot of it does some other cool stuff though. For instance, there's a werewolf character, and there's a fury
need to put
remedy.
silver in it.
So when it's you don't. So when it's a full moon, you can give him a specific drink that stops him getting the rage, and like
How do
turning
you
into
know
a
it's a
werewolf.
full moon?
Well, you know when it's a full moon. Anyone you can figure that out. Anyone can just Google when the next full moon is. What's the matter with you?
In the
That's
game.
In real life. In the game, how do you know it's a full moon?
No. He just comes in and asks for it and says, "Oh, can you give me a drink or whatever?" So
It doesn't
towards
matter
the
when
end,
you give it to him.
no, he just has it all the time. That's his regular
You said
drink when
full
he
moon.
comes
I
in.
thought that had some significance. My bad.
Well, he does towards the end in the story. He turns up as a werewolf because he's obviously changed,
Oh God.
and he's just at you, and he doesn't say anything. He just and you as a barista go, "Oh, I'll give you a remedy because obviously that's what you need." But what's kind of cool is, although you've done it for him, say 3 or 4 times throughout the game, it stops you because you've got like a barista menu, so you can have a look what all the drinks components are. It prevents you from accessing that, so you've got to remember what it is in what order he has everything in it.
Oh, fun.
But it's only 3 ingredients, so it wasn't. I knew instantly because
So what
obviously
are
I've
they?
done it. It's tea, milk, and ginger
In that order.
in that order. But if you do tea, ginger, milk, it doesn't work.
Oh,
So I'm
okay, it
assuming that
kills
would
you.
also have an effect
It
on
eats
the
your face.
story if you gave the wrong
I
drink.
would
to him.
imagine so.
But luckily
A
that was
game where I have to remember shit and just guess randomly
and just guess
finish
randomly
the
for
right
some
game.
of it.
Fuck.
And
Anyway,
that's the only one.
Stu, let's talk about the ending of this game because I'm fucking sick of this
Yes.
game. Look, was it good? Did it pay off?
Yeah,
Was it,
I
you
actually
know,
really enjoyed the ending.
Jesus
So what happens
Christ.
at
The
the
ending
end?
that you cheated to acquire was a
I'm
great
not going to
ending.
give you any story spoilers because there's like
You
four
might
or
as well.
five.
I'm not going to play it.
There's 4 or 5. Yeah, but people listening might play it.
Will
just-
they?
They might do. There's 4 or
Why?
5 different stories throughout the game. You know, with the
I
different.
mean,
characters
it sounds like
that
they're going to
come
look
in.
up the cheat like you did, so why not tell
And
them
then at
about
the
it?
end, it sort of gives a nice little what happened to everybody after you'd finished the game.
Oh, it's like in Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah, so it says, oh, this happened to this couple, this person,
And
did
then this werewolf ate this baby.
Then the werewolf ate a baby.
Yeah.
And it's cool because every day there's like when you start a new day, you get a newspaper with headlines of shit that's going down.
Man who drinks coffee through finger was arrested today.
No, well, that kind of stuff is in there. It's like there's this, and there's a lot of.
Why are you arresting us?
Exactly, and there's a lot of references to real life stuff. So
Like
they sort of just
The World
slightly-
Snooker Championship.
So instead of Coachella,
Come on,
they
no
have,
newspaper has that in it.
they have Couchella. So they sort of have a play
Like
on
the music
words.
festival.
Yeah, so they just slightly alter the spelling
How,
of stuff.
Like people are singing that sitting on couches.
Yeah, exactly, Couchella.
Okay.
So it's kind of cool. So there's a lot of stuff like that they do really, really well. Overall, I would give this game as a review noise. There you go. I think that's
Okay.
the review noise.
Sounds
for
like a
this.
balloon going down.
It's pretty.
Yeah, really.
No, I liked it. I think it had a pretty consistently well written, good story.
Weird and shit.
Not great. It's more of a visual novel than anything else. It's less of a game and more a visual novel is probably the best way to describe it.
I'm glad you liked it, as always.
I liked it
really
a lot.
am
I
glad
think you would like it, Duke, if you gave it a chance.
Hell no.
I do think you would. I think you did.
Well,
you'd
not
appreciate
the part where
writing.
you have to just randomly guess some shit I wouldn't like.
Well,
And I'm not trying to let a game build up to a moment where you have to randomly guess some shit or you get a suboptimal ending.
Well, there is that, I guess.
So thanks, but no thanks. However, when you mention the guy who uses the pronouns we, it makes me think of Lebowski, and I just had to cue that up.
We.
There you go.
Hi. The royal we. You know, the editorial, I dropped off the money exactly as per. Look, man, I've got certain information.
I got certain information, man. New shit has come to light. All right, anything else about T-Talk?
No, give it a go. And I'm
No,
gonna start playing the new
just
one
say
this
no.
week, 'cause
Just
there's a new
say
one.
no.
I
It's
shouldn't have
good.
even asked.
Stop
man.
saying
All right, I'm
people.
going
Stop.
next.
Play a good
Yeah.
game. Play a good game.
All right.
Fucking-
Many people have come to me saying, "Hey, Duke, is there any news about Rocket League?"
Has how many people have said that to you?
Dozens.
Yeah,
Every day
really.
I get more emails from people.
Hey
What's up with
Duke,
Rocket
do
League?"
they pull you over in the car? Like Duke, bong, bong,
Oh
bong,
yeah.
Duke,
And
Duke.
I'm driving there. Pull over! I gotta talk to you about Rocket League.
Yeah,
There is something that I haven't talked about though. There's a new.
No,
it's
there
Drive
isn't.
Days.
drive
There
day.
is
Drive
not.
Days 2023. Yeah. This is some new. There's a new car, and I got it. You in order to get it, this car,
It's a
you have
nice
to
looking
unlock-
car.
It's a red car with a radio. You have to get these wheels that you get by having a bunch of blocks or whatever, and then you put the wheels on your car, and then you have to have 15 assists with those with a car that has those wheels on them, right? So I put the wheels on my car, and I was like, all right, I'm just going into these games in order to get assists. I don't care about scoring goals. I don't care whether I win or not. I just want assists. And so every game I'd get like 1 assist and I'd be like, yeah, 14 more and I get the car. And people are like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you haven't looked at Drive Days? And they're like, what is that? I'm like, shit, y'all suck. So I was playing a game today and I was like 4 assists from getting the car. And I assisted my teammate and he scored. And I was like, yeah, 3 more assists. And the teammate, and we're now 1-0. It's like 4 minutes and 55 seconds. It's a 5-minute game if people don't know about Rocket League. So we've just gotten started. We had 1 goal in the first 5 seconds. That's it. And somebody on the other team is like, fuck, and he leaves, like
Yeah.
rage quits after 1 goal down. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is wrong with these fragile children? It's pathetic. And so I was like, dude, I'm sorry, man. Like, I hope your next teammate is better. And he goes, oh, it's okay. I'm a Smurf anyway. Go get your assists. And I was like, yeah, cool. So he just sat back and let me hit the ball toward the goal. And then my teammate knocked it in. Boom, boom, boom. I got my car. Yeah.
What a
So what did you
great,
get? What car did you get?
what a great game where
that's
you
on
have to
the
rely on a Smurf account to get your little
I
fake
didn't have to
car.
rely on it. I would have gotten it anyway, but you know, he facilitated. He made it easier. So, yeah, it's the I don't remember what it's called. The Spendel Bleglum. I don't know.
Oh yeah, it was worth it.
Yeah.
You did all that,
Drive
like
Days.
getting all excited.
Red Line. It's
and all
called the
that.
Red Line.
Red
That's
Line.
what
Just a
it
minute,
is. I don't
just a
think it's a
minute.
real car.
You got all excited about getting this fucking
Yeah,
fake,
'cause it's a
not
new
even
car.
real car, right? And then when you finally get it, you just want to get it. You don't even give a shit.
Well, of
once you've
course, it's
got
not
it.
about the having it; it's about the getting it.
No.
And now I got
Oh,
it,
God.
and now I'm. There's no reason to play it except the thrill of scoring goals, and winning, and
Yeah.
making fun of sour, angry children. So that's Rocket League. It's a lot of fun. And
it is.
here's the thing: I realized a couple other things about Rocket League. Number one, the people that you play with are frustrating sometimes, a lot of the time. But the truly frustrating part of the game mechanic is this. Let me put it this way, Stu, Chinny. When you
Yeah.
play, I can ask Stu maybe. I don't know. When you play snooker, do you have like a certain style?
Yeah.
What's
sort
your
of,
style
yeah,
of play?
there
What
is.
makes
Yeah,
your
yeah.
gameplay different from someone
Well,
else?
you could be aggressive, or you could be like
Right.
play a lot of safety play.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So it depends how you play. You could take on long pots, but you might not want to do that. You might only.
So,
take
Chinny,
on-
I love how he asked. I love how Stu answered the question.
Well, I did say.
Well, he did
Stu
say
first,
to
so
Stu
that's
as
fine.
well. To be
Yeah.
fair,
Well, I was gonna come back to you, Stu, about something else. about
and
cooking,
Stu
maybe.
and Stu like who confessed
You
that he
had to
hasn't
jump
played
in.
snooker for like 15 years.
yeah, well,
Fucking
Beat you
hell.
one time, so.
well, you
All
don't
right, so,
forget.
Chinny, what is your style?
I'm probably a quick player that like a shot maker is what they call like
Yeah,
people like
okay.
me. So they
Sure.
they sort of pop things out of nowhere and then like create a break out of nowhere. But that
Yeah.
the problem with that style is the weakness is when you miss them, you leave the other person in quite a lot.
So it's
Yeah,
not
right.
it's not the safest way to play.
No.
And there's always going to be advantages and disadvantages to whatever style you play.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right. Same with chess. Same with Go. Same with anything. So my style in Rocket League is very aggressive. I'm all about getting to the ball first, pushing it down the enemy's throat, bumping them around, not like attacking them exactly, but just hit the ball, hit the ball, hit the ball.
Not giving them time to think.
Exactly. And making them use boost and making them nervous, making them make mistakes. Like I just want to be in their face. That's how I tend to
I
play.
like that.
When I get a teammate who has the exact opposite attitude and he's like, I'm going to let the ball eventually come to me, and when it does, I'll dribble it all fancy toward the goal.
He's also
Well,
from the
we're-
south.
Yeah,
He is from the South. Well, that's Jim Gaffigan did a great bit about like, hey, your house is on fire. All right, but first I'm going to get me some sweet tea. I'm going to need me some biscuits and gravy.
see,
But that's a
right
9-year-old.
there,
I'm pretending
Chinny.
to be there.
Right there, Chinny, is what's known as unconscious bias. So basically, Duke
Oh,
thinks
it's
people
very
from
conscious.
the south are a
Ah.
bit
No, it's
thick.
totally
No, it's
conscious.
very conscious. Okay, so what happens when you've got opposite styles?
So here's what happens, all right? I start playing, the game begins, and hang on a second, I even have the sound effect of when we start. All right. Go, yeah, push, shove, hit, and I'm going to slowly go toward the ball, and oh, it got taken by the other team. I'm going to turnover. I'm going to turnover. Like, the ball just keeps getting turned over, and
Yeah.
I'm trying to hit it. And, look, I'm not the most accurate person in the world. I'll be the first to admit that. So I'll miss once out of 6 times, and he'll go, you suck because you keep missing. And I'm like, I missed once. Meanwhile, he had the ball turned over 3 times because he's taking his sweet time dribbling and waiting for the ball
You're
to get to
playing
him.
the percentage game. Like if you take 100 shots, like they're about
exactly.
to go in.
Right. So
Yeah.
whatever. I recognize that it's just a different kind of style, and it's not like one is right or wrong. But I have to restrain myself from going and attacking the ball constantly because you're supposed to rotate and take turns. And so I'm sitting there like kind of tense, like ready to go at a moment's notice. And he's just like bump, moving the ball a little bit here and there. And I'm just like, go. So that's a big part of the frustration there.
By the way, Duke, to improve your accuracy, I don't know whether you're aware of this, but in Rocket League you can double jump.
No, you can't. What are you talking about?
I know. It might be a bit of a revelation.
I haven't
Attention,
played-
listeners. Stu is making stuff up.
I haven't played Rocket League for a long time. Long time.
Yeah, well, I haven't played it for a long time either. It's been like an hour.
I know.
Okay,
exactly.
we're moving.
No,
are
hang on
we-
a second. No, I had a couple more.
They
I know, I
can.
know.
Do you know
Because
when
here's the
Duke
thing.
said earlier when he
No.
went, I've just realised some new stuff about Rocket League. I'm like, that's such a fucking lie.
Yeah,
You
because
cannot
he talks
That
about
is new.
he talks about the new car for like
I
5
talked about
seconds.
the new car, and then I'm talking about some psychological things I've understood.
Yeah, yeah.
Here's the
Oh,
last thing.
God.
It's real quick. There's 3 phases of my playing Rocket League. The first one is, yay, we're going to play some Rocket League. It's going to be fun. I'm going to score some goals and have a good time. The second phase is about 3 games later when I go, all right, things are going wrong, but we can turn it around. I'm going to stay positive. I'm going to have fun. And then the third stage is, I just want to win 1 game so I can stop playing this game. I can stop.
Oh,
Because I'm not going to
honestly.
quit after a loss. You know, my mindset is, you know, when you play Super Meat Boy, you when you beat a level, then you stop and you go away so that it's in a positive thing in your mind. If you keep playing and you keep losing, then you quit when you lose, you're in a negative mind state. So,
I see what he's
but
saying.
it becomes weaponized because then
So
it's
it's
like, I
like
have to
negative
win.
association, then, isn't it?
Oh, and it just, you know, you don't play well when you're mad, so I'm getting more and more frustrated, and my teammates are fucking up. And then they go, I didn't mess up, you mess up because you suck, mad because bad. And I'm like, dude, I'm just saying, you're
Can I
you're
just
taking
say
too
as well,
long.
Chinny, at
Let's
this
keep the
point-
pressure on the enemy.
Duke's obviously blaming the other player, and it's nothing to do
No,
with
I'm
him.
not.
Can
I
say that?
just said I missed the ball a lot. Anyway, the point is,
yeah.
There's a perfect
Yeah,
antidote.
yeah, yeah.
There's a
Don't play
perfect
it. Yeah,
antidote.
don't play the
No,
fucking
no, that's
game
not an
anymore.
antidote.
That is.
That's a solution to the problem,
That's
but
the
that's
best
not, I'm not going
thing
to do
to
that. Hey, look, you play what you want to play, and I'll play what I want to play.
Yeah, remove it all
the
together.
antidote is called Combat Master
Mm.
Oh,
because this is the COD knockoff that I talked about last week.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
had
yeah.
a night where the trolls were just everywhere in Rocket League. Other teams, my teammates. It felt like the people in the stands were trolling. Like, it was just so frustrating.
Toxic.
And I was like, I finally won a game, and I'm like, all right, I can do something else. And I was like, I want to do something with this angry energy I had, though. Let me run up Combat Master. It was perfect because that game is so frenetic and makes so little sense. Like, people are hopping around like bunny rabbits, and I have this extended clip on my rifle, so they're just boing, 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 and I'm just like, just firing wildly. And occasionally I get a kill, and occasionally I get killed, and I'm like, yeah, I got a kill. Oh, I got killed. Who cares? And it's such a good catharsis. It's the perfect antidote to Rocket League because nothing makes any sense. And the people on my team, it doesn't matter if they're playing badly, and it doesn't matter if I'm playing badly. It's just eventually you'll win a game and you'll have a good kill death ratio, and it'll be like, yay, this is very satisfying. So yeah, it's a good 1-2 combination. Rocket League in the morning, Combat Master in the afternoon.
Nice.
Combat Master.
Yep.
Great.
All right, back to you, Stu.
Yes, I've been playing some more Ghostwire Tokyo.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this was one that we
Ghostwire
played
Tokyo.
for our Play My Game
You
bit.
did. I
Yeah.
quite like this game, I have to say.
Mm.
It's Japanese. It's got decent cutscenes. It's got some decent combat. It
What
looks
more do you
nice.
need?
What more do you need?
Mm.
What more do you need? And you can shoot ghosts in the face,
Yeah.
which I kind of like.
And
Yeah.
remind me, the gameplay is sort of
First
what?
person, Bioshocky.
Yeah.
okay.
Weird
sort of-
powers.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah, so I've leveled up my character a bit now, so I can stay in the earth for 3 seconds
Ooh.
Oh, snap.
instead of 2 seconds, which makes that 1 extra second. I'm telling you, it's a game
Oh, yeah.
changer.
It's a game changer.
Now you're a boss.
Yeah, I'm now like gliding for that extra second. Yeah, it makes no difference at all, really. It seems a weird increment, to be honest. Like 1 second
Wow.
more.
Well, that's like in New World. When you're on the road, you get a 5% boost to your running speed, but it makes
Boost.
such a difference.
Boost. Yeah, I don't use the bow and arrow much, gotta say. Don't use them, but I tend to stick to the finger blasting.
Pew
which-
pew pew.
Yeah, which
You may want to reword that.
yeah, I just thought as I said it.
Finger
that
blasting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah.
there
Oh,
are
you
other
mean Stu? You meant to say fingering?
No,
Because that's okay to say, isn't it?
Holy moly, it's the same thing, I'm guessing.
Oh, is it?
but- yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
You meant to say
didn't
finger
Nintendo
Oh,
intercourse.
what about you enjoy pumping? You
Freudian slip,
enjoy
shall we
pumping the
say.
ghosts.
You enjoy putting your
do.
ring
I
finger inside
do.
someone's rectum, is what you meant.
What about
Especially those.
That's a title
those
for
weird,
a show.
Weird dudes with the umbrellas. I tend to finger them more, if I'm being
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
Dear. And then when you finger them enough, you can just pull it out. That's what you do.
sure?
It's just- wow.
All right, moving on.
That's what they should have called the
so-
game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is finger,
Finger
blasting,
blaster.
though.
Shouldn't they?
That's kind of what you're doing, though, isn't
That's what
it?
it
Like,
is.
to be true.
Yeah,
you're
basically.
You're blasting. You're
Worst
using your
podcast
fingers.
ever.
Correct.
Oh, Jesus Christ Almighty!
So, Finger Blaster Tokyo.
Finger Blaster Tokyo.
You enjoying that?
I enjoyed it. I like it. It's my kind
I
of
bet you
game.
are,
I
you
like it.
dirty bastard.
I do
you
like a bit
sick
of finger blasting, apparently.
Oh God.
Holy
we broke
moly,
Stu.
moly. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
How many hours are you in?
Probably about 4. I've
4.
not played a terrible amount more since we last played it, you know.
I'm
But
surprised you could blind.
I'm finishing Coffee Talk, which is a much more savoury game, and there's no finger blasting in that game. Can I just let you know?
Yeah, well, not the ending you saw.
No,
Yeah.
not in the ending I saw.
If you gave him the wrong coffee, you wouldn't know what happened.
maybe that's what. Maybe Neil was. That's what.
Yeah, he
was
can
trying
do
to
more than drink out of his fingers.
Yeah, he can.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty good. No, I like it so far. I must admit, it does get a bit frantic sometimes because when you're fighting the umbrella men,
Slender umbrella man.
and the headless girls, and then there's now these like wraith type things coming at me as well.
Dear.
And it can get slightly overwhelming because there's a lot of shit coming at you at the same time, and you do run out of ammo pretty quick. You know what I mean? But it's not too terrible because every time you kill something, you get more ammo. So it's all a bit of a balancing thing. So it works quite well. I like the way it's sort of, and you can obviously blast stuff to get more ammo as well.
With your fingers.
With your fingers, yeah. You can blast it with your fingers. You do like a double finger blast.
Yeah.
To break objects.
A little
to
bit,
get more
little
ammo.
bit harder to do though. A double one, but
Yeah, double blast.
yeah.
Unless you believe in yourself.
Exactly.
Pray for England.
Indeed.
Yes.
So yeah,
Come
it's
on,
good.
England.
Obviously anyone who's got Game Pass and's looked at this and gone, oh, I don't know, should have played it. I think I'd give it a go.
As so many people probably do.
Give it a go. Well, it happens, you know,
Yeah, I'll listen to the veteran
at
gamers.
one point,
and see
right,
what
no,
they
I'll be
think.
honest, right? At one point I thought, oh, if I'm telling people to play a Game Pass, what's the point? Because they've got Game Pass, they can just play
It's
it
because
anyway.
it's not your money.
time.
It's your time.
Exactly. So people
It's your
might go, oh, I'm
time.
not playing that shit.
Yeah, it's your time now.
You know
That's
what I
the
mean?
problem.
But Stu's here to tell you, you
But
are
I'm saying
playing that
it's
shit. Stop
worth-
making excuses.
It's
and play it.
worth playing. It's
Worth your
pretty,
time.
It's pretty
Yeah,
good.
because I started it as well for the Play My Game bitch, and I want to carry on with it. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I've
It's
got-
cool.
Yeah.
I like all the weird shit that's going on, and it's just kind of
Yes,
cool. It's kind of cool.
yes,
Duke,
yeah.
you didn't play this, did you, Duke? I don't think you even tried it.
No, I don't remember why. There was something going on that week. I just didn't
You just
get around to
couldn't
it. And
be bothered.
I probably should, but you know, I mean, I got Rocket League to play.
Exactly, something that you've never.
Did I tell you
played
about the new
before.
car I got?
Oh, I know. I know. I've heard it's great.
Yeah.
All
All right.
Yeah.
So that's New Tokyo. I played some more Path of Exile.
Oh, yeah.
Which is great. But I realized something about isometric RPGs, and that is, and this
They're
is ridiculous, but
shit.
it's true.
Yeah, they
No,
are. Not worth your time.
you can't see the sky.
Yes, this is the Diablo
only seeing-
knockoff, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's a Diablo ripoff. Yeah, exactly. I'm playing all ripoff games.
Rip-off
It's
games,
Call
this
of Duty ripoff, Diablo ripoffs. Yeah, you're always looking down from above and at an angle.
Like the Royal Family,
And,
you're always looking down.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, look, the stories are interesting in this game. The combat's very satisfying. You're dealing with loot all the time, but whatever. It's very well made, and I was just like having fun with it. But then I was like, as strange as it may seem, like I really want a game where I can roam around a beautiful environment and like look out on horizons and interesting vistas and stuff like that. And really, you're not looking at any vistas in this game. It's all coming up around you, and you're whatever. It's a silly thing to be concerned about. It is a very minor aesthetic detail, but it was a thing that hit me. So I went back to New World.
Oh, New World.
The
Oh, wow.
Amazon
New
MMO
World.
that I
You
bought
played that
once
for
upon
quite a
time.
bit and then just sort of fell
I did
off,
play it
didn't
for
you,
quite a bit.
really?
And the reason I went away from it is because I got to this part of the map where it was all like dark, muggy swamps. The sky was always gray. And I was like, I don't want to be in this world. Like, it's not a nice place to spend my time. So then I was like, well, but there's other parts of the map. Maybe I can go to some, and I did, and it's exactly what I wanted. I'm like, I'm now back in places where the sun is out, and like, you know, there's weird monsters and stuff. But while I'm moving from place to place, it's this beautiful world, and it's the Springtide Bloom event. Oh, yeah.
Oh, of course. How did we not know this?
Bloom event. I got wispy blooms. Oh, the wispy blooms.
That sounds like a made-up festival in
Yeah, and I
Britain
feel like you're
by
gonna like it,
Americans.
yeah.
Well, that's pretty
Do you know
much what it
that
is, I
that
guess.
sounds like a festival that the Simpsons would go to when they're mocking Britain? It's the
So-
springtime bloom event.
Oh my God. So they had the Winter Convergence event during the
Of
winter
course
time.
he is. Why
Stay with
wouldn't-
me. Yeah. And during
Jeez.
that, you would go there. There were occasionally these things that would spring up where basically meteorites fell to Earth, and then you go and you break them apart, and you get special currency, and then you go and trade it in for whatever. I really grinded during that event because I wanted this new emotion, social gesture in the game.
Emote.
And I got it. Emote, thank you. Where you take a gift out and you hold it toward the other person. Now, you can't actually give them a gift.
Dude, can I just stop you for a second there?
Yeah, go ahead.
There seems to be a pattern forming
Yeah,
here,
I'm
doesn't
grinding
there?
for awesome stuff.
Oh my God,
I
it's
have
like
things that no
Rocket
one else
League,
has,
it's
that's
fucking
what.
New World, it's whatever
Hey,
game
you
you're
want to play
playing.
Coffee Talk so you can have your fucking cheating ending? Fine. You play for the
Wow.
reward you want. I'll play for the reward I want. And the
Yeah, but
reward
then
I
you don't
wanted,
want it when you've got it. You play for it,
I
and
do
you don't
it.
give a shit.
What? It's not.
You didn't even know what the car was called. You got this new car. You had no
Why does
idea
it
what it
matter
was called.
what the car is
Well,
called?
that's what you
It
bloody-
does
you're
look
doing all
cool,
this
and
stuff
I
to
am
get it.
playing with it. I'm sorry I don't sufficiently impress you with my love for this thing that I grinded for. However, in the Winter Convergence, I grinded for this emote, which is the gift thing. And you're not actually giving someone a gift. It's just the gesture. But I can tell, so I have it. And every time I pass someone on the road, I do this. And I can tell people are like, what the fuck is that? And like, they stop, and one person was like jumping around trying to get the gift from me. But after like 2 seconds, you go, and then you throw it behind you. So I think he was like, wait a minute, is that actually something I can have? And then he's, oh wait, it's just a stupid emote. So I like messing with people by using that emote. That was the Winter Convergence. Now the Wispy Bloom event, the Winter Blooms Tide. Oh God, I feel so stupid even mentioning the word. What they have are, there are these areas in the world where, and you can tell where they are because there's this like rainbow design in the sky, and then you go to where that is, and then down on the ground there's wispy blooms. The wispy blooms are guarded by these hornets. And I went to the first time I played it, I went and I was like, oh, hornets, I'll kill these hornets. And then they were killing me, and I'm like, get away, hornets. And I couldn't hurt them. Like, they weren't losing any health. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I look it up, and I guess maybe there was some intro text I could have read when I logged in for the first time. But who has time for that shit?
Who has time for that?
Yeah, really. So, here, wait. In fact, I have a sound clip for that. Noise! Oh, wait, I clicked the wrong one. Anyway, yeah, so what you need to do is you need to get Wispy Spritz, which is like an insecticide.
I am hanging by a thread.
Yeah, I can't wait to find out what
It's
happens
so
next, to be honest.
So there's like certain spots around the Wispy Blooms that you put the Wispy Spritz on, and it's like a grenade just in that spot. So then you have to lure the wasps over to it, and then it explodes, and it takes a third of their damage. So you have to do that in the different spots. And
Yeah,
when
with
you
the
do
Wispy
that, you kill all
Spritz.
you get the Wispy Spritz, and then you kill the wasp, and then you can get the Wispy Blooms, and it's this big explosion, and the petals fall to the ground, and I got Wispy
Obviously, this is
Blooms.
riveting, can I just say?
It's so stupid. And I don't even know if I want any of the stuff that's on offer.
Of course you don't. You don't want any of this shit. You just want to get it.
Well, I mean, I use the gift emote, and maybe they'll have something cool like that, but I can't really tell. 'cause
But even
you
then,
can't-
you don't want it. You just want to get it. You don't want the stuff at the end of getting it. You just want to
sometimes
get
I
it.
wear it if I get it, like the car that I got.
I'm
at
not
Rockland, I'm
convinced,
using that.
honestly.
Well, you know what? I'm not really trying to convince you, to be honest.
Well, you
I'm
need
just
to. You
telling
need to convince me, dude, because at the moment you're fucking doing a shit job of it.
Okay, well,
Just
that's gonna
saying.
keep me up tonight.
I think you should.
So that's New World Springtide Bloom events.
You should be ashamed
thoroughly
of yourself.
stupid. And in the meantime, it's like a fun thing to do, like in the game. You know, like it's stupid, but it's Kind of fun.
It
in
just
its
gives
own
you some
way.
more aimless shit to do in the game. That's what you're
Well,
saying.
that's all MMOs. That's everything in the
I
MMO.
know.
It's all
And
video
it's every
games.
video game too. It's
Every-
all right. It's
Not
coffee talk as well.
necessarily, 'cause
Yeah,
What's the
it's
fucking point of coffee talk? Is the world a better place because you finished that game? No.
Unfolding the story.
If I had
Unfolding
Stu,
the story
Stu,
of the Wispy Blooms.
if I had a
That's like
pound,
saying, what's the point of reading a book?
if I had a pound for every time you've stopped finishing about a game and then brought it up when Duke was speaking, I'd be a rich man.
I'm just saying Coffee Talk is better than Path of
You
Exile.
just did it again. Another
That's all I'm
pound.
saying.
Another pound.
Well,
Okay, first of all, I'm not talking about Path of Exile right now.
Well,
I'm talking
whatever.
about
New World, that shit. All these shit MMOs are all a blur.
Hey,
They all
I'm
become one.
having fun with this. You have fun with Coffee Talk. Everybody's fun is
See,
different.
you brought it up then. That wasn't me.
Shinny's having fun not playing any video games.
Exactly. That's how he's
Yeah.
having fun because he isn't actually
Right.
playing anything.
Luca Purcell's
Yes,
9-6
agreed.
up, by the way.
Okay. That's all the games we've been playing this week.
Yay.
No, it isn't. I've got
Yay.
another
Oh,
one.
you got another
Oh, wait. Stu's got another weird and shit
I've
game
got
to talk-
another
Oh,
game.
it is as well.
Yeah.
Don't you fucking tell me, right?
No.
I'm playing Birth,
Oh,
which
no.
is great.
This is
Can
the
I just
skeleton
say,
game that we talked
It's
about
the
last
skeleton puzzle game. And it's just a game that just keeps on giving, you know, there's just like weird shit around every corner. I mean, what else can you ask for in a game like this?
There's a weird shit around every corner in Wolverhampton. I don't
That is true. I
brag
feel
about
like
it.
this game is set in Wolverhampton.
Yeah.
That's what it is. This is actually Chinny's life,
I thought I recognised some of the characters.
going from place to place, finding body parts to make his life partner.
So come on then, why is this? You know.
I just think it's quite charming, to be honest. As weird as that
So this is this sort
sounds,
of Professor Layton-esque skeleton people.
like
type
create
game.
your partner by finding all
And
the
you've got to
body
try and
parts.
find your partner.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
The puzzles are pretty cool, I've got to say.
Are
I
they
like it.
clever?
They're fairly clever and they're not too
Fairly
taxing.
clever,
They're fairly clever and not too taxing.
but they're not clever.
They're clever enough. They're
Are they
clever enough.
are
You
they
do-
better or worse than Professor Layton?
I think they're on a par. I would say they're similar.
Similar.
Similar type of puzzles. Similar.
Mm.
I just like the charm of it. I like the art. I like the way it's the style of it. I just like the game.
Yeah.
And it was worth whatever I paid for it, which wasn't a lot of money.
£8
Yeah, it wasn't a terrible amount of cash.
for you.
Yeah, for me. But I think it's a nice little puzzle game. You're not going to get to the end of it and go, oh, not like the fucking working out the coffee you could never work out. In this game, most of the puzzles make sense.
Well, at least it has that.
Hey, that's a good thing for a puzzle game.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
something.
At least the puzzles make sense.
Yeah.
Like in this puzzle, as you can see, you've got to move the arrow
You've
so
gotta
it
move
goes
the
into the
arrow,
right. So it goes in the right
yes.
pot.
Yes,
You
I
see?
see that.
In the receptacle. Then you
that
can...
doesn't. That's not really Professor Layton level.
No, it's
though.
not. Yeah, it's not quite as complicated, shall we say? It's a bit.
Because
more
Professor
simple.
Layton puzzles are like actual puzzles where you're scratching your head and you're like, what the f?
No, there is a little bit of that. There is a tiny bit of that. To be honest, it's not all easy. Some of them are, but as you get further into the game, obviously it starts becoming a little bit. It starts off fairly easy and gets more complex as you go along, which is how I like puzzle games. Because really, you want it to have a learning curve, don't you? You don't want it to be difficult straight away.
Pud King 1 in the chat says £8 would feed a goat in Ethiopia for a year.
That is true. And you could adopt a goat probably.
Yeah.
You could probably adopt a goat for that. can I
So
just say?
I hope you can live with yourself.
I know, maybe, yeah. But I like it. I think it's a lot cheaper than a AAA game, isn't it? £8 cheaper than say £78. Just saying.
Well, yeah, I mean that is true.
Which is how much the deluxe edition of fucking Jedi Survivor is.
Yeah, but that's a
currently, so-
good game, though, isn't it?
No, well, it depends which way you're looking at it.
When it runs correctly, it's a good
Yeah,
game.
exactly. If you're on
Yeah.
PC, maybe not so much.
Well, on Xbox, apparently on Xbox, it's got a few.
Yeah, it's ropey.
Yeah.
On Steam
Now,
Deck,
are
apparently
you, I
it's
mean,
unplayable.
You could be playing that, Chinny. Are you not excited to get that?
I've got it. I've got it.
Oh, you've got it. You're just too lazy to play it.
He's
I
got it
also- yeah,
already.
I've got it. My
busy lounging
console
around,
brother from
putting your
another
foot up.
mother bought it,
Cool.
and I thought about playing it today, and then he texted me saying it runs like shit, and I was like, I will hold off.
Yeah. Apparently, yeah, quality over performance is the key. So I've heard.
Yeah, so I'm
You
gonna.
play
I'm just gonna wait for a patch, and then that will be solved.
Yeah.
But the meantime, he also bought another game which I now own,
Right.
and I'm not going to tell you what that game is
Okay, then. Well,
until
we'll
I
find
play
out,
it.
I guess.
It's a mystery.
Well, next week you
It's
promised
a
you're going to play it. You heard it
mystery.
here, people. He promised.
It's a mystery.
Oh, I don't know about that, but yeah.
No, you promised.
Okay.
Oh, well, yeah. Try and play it for next
I'll
week.
play the
Let's-
mystery
let's see.
game.
Play the mystery game for next week at least.
Yeah.
But Birth, yeah, it's great. I like it. I like it a lot. If it's in the Steam sale, pick it up.
I
Maybe
like
£8,
it a lot.
maybe £8 a bit much at full price, but I quite like it for that.
Birth.
I'm
okay.
not disappointed.
All right, we're done talking about Birth.
We're
and
done
games.
talking about
All right,
games,
great.
so
Fine.
All right.
let's do some news.
Putting news first.
Worst podcast ever.
Now, I'm going to start off with some controversy to begin the news this week.
Controversy.
If you look in the notes, Chinny, under news,
Yeah.
now you may or may not have seen
We'll
this.
see, there's
Now, you
actually some things this time.
There is, but they're not actually news stories. They're just clips from YouTube. But
Okay.
I will explain when you play Unrecord first. So,
Oh
have-
yes, I've seen
so
this.
can I ask, have
yes.
either of you seen Unrecord
Yes.
game?
No, I've not heard of it. What is it?
Well,
Just
you'll
watch
see in
it,
a
just
minute,
watch
man.
it, just watch it.
Is it a video
just
game?
watch It is a
Yes.
video game. This is real, by the
It's
way.
a-
FV?
It's just
Well, this
okay.
this is a real video game. It's coming out at some point in the future. This is
Yes.
alpha footage.
We're gonna have this on the screen soon. Okay.
We are. It's coming.
It's on.
Okay, so
It's
there's a
on.
person with a gun and a flashlight on it, and there's people running in the distance, and you're running
It's kind of like
after
a
them.
GoPro camera, first person.
Yeah,
view.
so it's like a body cam.
But the interesting
Right.
thing about this video of real
Yes.
life GoPro is that it's not
Yes.
real life. It's a
No,
game.
this is Unreal 5. So
This
this
is a video game.
Actual
this is
video.
all make believe, but
this
it
is
looks
fake.
very real.
This is
It
fake.
looks very realistic.
very like this
and
is.
are you a cop?
It doesn't really know. You're like a SWAT person.
Oh, so
A few
okay, SWAT, so
tells
usually
where you
cops,
can
but-
Yeah, like the twitchy character on the floor is a bit of a tell.
a few tells is like the kick is always the same. The movement of the camera sometimes you're like, that's definitely
Now, people thought when this first came out that it was video stuff overlaid over real stuff.
right. Yeah.
So they thought the real life environments and it overlaid the video game part, but that's not true. This is literally all running in Unreal Engine 5.
It's
Yeah,
pretty
I mean,
it's
it's-
got so close to reality. that
It's
people
incredible.
can tell.
It's incredible.
It's Uncanny Valley level for sure.
Yeah. It's almost
Um,
like disturbingly close to what's
Well,
real.
and I think probably what a lot of people are reacting to is the fact that when we see footage like this, it's usually cops in the United States killing unarmed black people.
Yeah.
And that's not always something we want to play, but I mean that doesn't mean it's a bad game.
Well,
it's
you-
just that
you know,
that's
you-
the larger context a lot of people have for this kind
I
of.
assume
Now, the
that
developers-
you're shooting bad people, not black
Yeah,
people.
the developers
Well, I
put
mean,
like,
that's
you
what
know,
the cops
there's-
always say they're doing.
yeah, there's no resemblance to real life people, and they are baddies and whatever. But I don't know how you two feel about this. I look at this and I'm a bit like, I'm not really sure what I think. If I'm being totally honest, I'm a bit like, do I really want to play something that looks this realistic?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even the sort of the movements of the characters looks realistic, and it's almost like, ooh, don't know.
Yeah.
It'd be
I have
it's
a
almost
feeling-
like a snuff film.
Well,
Kinda just-
right, and I have a feeling that the title "Unrecord" has to do with the fact that you're basically looking at body cam the whole time, body cam footage.
Yeah.
And something happens that you shouldn't be recording or whatever, and there's going to be some moral quandary. I don't know. I do think that it's interesting that it's a little too realistic for comfort. That's a weird thing, and I like a little bit of not realism in my games.
Exactly. When you're playing Call of Duty, you know it's not real.
Which is why but even that, the No Russians level of COD 4 or 5 or whatever it was, like that's messed up because it is unpleasant and horrible.
They
and you're
have said there will-
participating.
Sorry, can I interrupt? Mark Selby just knocked in a 147.
Oh, very nice. Nicely done.
Okay, back to.
They have said there'll be no children being killed in it. There'll be no like racial stuff. That they're gonna stick to men in SWAT suits. I'm guessing.
Well, you can't kill women.
Okay with cops just
I don't know
killing
whether
men.
there's any women
You
in
can't
this
kill
game,
women. That's
but
just
I think-
sexist.
it is. I think they just feel like they're already close to the knuckle. You've got to be careful who's going to get killed in this game due to the nature of it. Now, what I have
Yeah,
done,
I don't know.
as a juxtaposition, that's a good word, by the way. I put another clip in there which uses a very similar technique, but I think is a much better use of this kind of thing.
So let's have Paranormal Tales.
So let's have a look at this.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm distracted. This is the first time anybody's knocked in a 147 in the one table setup on Snooker Crucible, Stu.
Yeah.
Very big moment in Snooker.
That's very exciting, but not video game related.
Well, it's game
It's
related.
game related. It is a game.
I guess.
Yeah.
So Witchini's got his shit together, and you can have a look
doing
at
it. I'm
Paranormal
I could
Tales.
just open it up in YouTube, but whatever.
Well, you could, but then what's the fun in that? Yeah, this I think is a much better use. Not that I'm ever gonna play it.
Exactly.
I suspect this is a lot like Paranormal Activity. Is that
It kind of, but this again uses Unreal Engine 5, makes it look super realistic.
And it's through, it's like kind of a fisheye lens, so it's
so it's another
really
like what
GoPro
looks like a
style,
like GoPro style. But apparently this uses like video cameras, normal cameras, and other stuff to look through. So it's not just like body cam footage.
And suddenly the lights go out, and there's something in the distance.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think this is a much better use of it, but obviously this will be just shit your pants running around haunted locations.
I've never really been into horror movies, and horror games are similarly not my cup of tea.
Yep. No, same.
I mean, we played quite a bit of Paranormal Activity, Chinny, and quite a lot of fun.
Yeah, but that's sort of like because it's kind of silly.
Whereas this is super realistic.
Phasmophobia?
Yes.
Phasmophobia, yeah.
Oh yeah, it is Phasmophobia. I always think Paranormal Activity, the movie, though.
Yeah.
With this is more super realistic looking.
Yeah, I'm not really into horror games that much. I mean, I will make exceptions for it because I love Resident Evil 2, I love Dead Space and all that sort of stuff. So I will play them, but they have to be really, really good. Like because some, how like you've got films that are like gore porn. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like that are just like Saw.
Like Saw.
I feel like with video games you have like jump scare porn.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Where you just have games that are just jump scares and there's no substance to them. I will play the ones that are the exception. For example, like obviously Dead Space and Resident Evil, which I've already mentioned, but the Phasmophobia was the exception because that was like something I'd never experienced before.
And
like
he did a balance of the two, didn't he? Because it built up the tension.
But it built up the tension, but it was also like hilariously fun as well. Like
Yeah,
it was also like scary but funny, and it was like a really like strange sort of experience. To be
I feel like
laughing
if this was co-op and they did like Phasmophobia and it's like super realistic looking Phasmophobia type game, I think it might be kind of fun to play.
This one doesn't look as realistic though, does it?
No, it doesn't. It still looks amazing.
It still looks good. Yeah,
it still looks amazing.
It looks good because of the warped view, like the effects of it make it look good rather than.
I like the bit like there's bits of paint missing off door frames and stuff like that.
You know what? You know what sells it. You know what sells it. You've got the warped camera view, so it looks like a GoPro. But what also sells it is the movement of the character, like the movement of like the view, and that's what sells it in the other game as well. It's like so it's not so much like the graphics being brilliant. That is an element, but it's like you've got to buy into the movement and buy into the. Jesus Christ, that was terrifying. That's like a young girl just crab walking towards you. That was like, oh.
Yeah, it is.
Do not want to play
Grudge, man.
Can you imagine playing this? It'd just be like heart attack territory for me. I'm like, I ain't playing this shit.
No,
I don't think my heart can take
this,
it. No. It's like, whoa, no, thank you. But it does look cool. It does look pretty
It's
cool.
very impressive graphics-wise, no doubt about it.
Oh, you see, that's straight out of fucking thingy, isn't it?
Blair
What was
Witch.
it called? Yeah, Blair Witch Project, stood in corner at room. It's still pretty shit yourself stuff, though. They've done a pretty good job, I think. Pretty good job. There is some other news, so that's not all the news today.
Don't worry, people. We got other news.
High on Life reaches 7.5 million unique players. That's pretty good. Yeah.
You like this game, didn't you, Chinny?
I did, yeah. No, I did like it. Also because that game mentioned snooker in it, which is very random. But there is a mention of the word. It says, I was watching the snooker last night. I was like, why does this game mention snooker? What a random thing. So that's why it's my game of the year. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it wasn't your game of the year. Did you actually finish it?
I did.
Finish Isle? Yeah, I thought you had. I thought you finished Isle.
It was a good game that sort of overstayed its welcome a little bit, and you know it was fine, but it was okay. It was okay.
It was okay.
It was okay.
Sony aims to sell 25 million PS5 units by April 2024, apparently.
Yes.
I think they've done pretty well. It's done pretty well, apparently. So, yeah, solid results published, apparently. They've done really well. They've sold a shitload already, which is hard to believe because it still feels like I very rarely see them available to buy any. So I'm assuming you can get them now. I don't know. So it's
yeah,
sold
no,
out.
you can. But the problem is now is that they're going to release a new PS5 soon.
Yeah.
So, do you know, bit of trivia? Do you know what the best-selling console is?
At the currently?
Ever.
Oh, ever. The PS2, wasn't it? Oh, was it PS2?
Eric, do you want to guess? Eric?
I was going to say Switch.
Or is it Switch?
What is it?
It's the PS2.
Ah, I was right.
PS2.
Yeah, PS2.
Sold 155 million.
There you go.
DS
So
was
why
second
have modern consoles not sold as many then?
because the PlayStation 2 was also sold as a DVD player.
And they also had Monopoly, didn't it? Because there wasn't really any competitor.
And also, it was cheaper than most DVD players back then.
Yeah, it was. It did a really clever thing.
Very, very clever.
And there was the Redman song that said, my dress code's all black when I'm making the move, similar to the new PlayStation
2.
I'll tell you, by the way,
And
talking
that
of which...
obviously
Yeah,
sold 10
boosted the
million
sales.
copies right there.
Talking of which, guess what else I found when I
Like
was
the
clearing
Eminem song,
out?
busted through the door, didn't have time to grab the Nintendo 64.
There you
Yeah,
go.
there you go.
Guess what else I found when
What else did
clearing
you
out
find?
the conservatory the other day, underneath
Tell
the
us,
desk
tell
behind
us.
the
I'm
load
guessing
of
it's
shit.
a PS2.
No, it was a
Switch?
DS.
no, an
Redman
Xbox
album?
360 HD
Oh my
DVD
God.
add-on.
Oh, God, yeah.
I found one of those under the desk, and I'm like, fuck me, this is
Yeah.
like an antique.
It is.
How
Oh
about
my
that?
god. So,
Yeah, so the PlayStation 2 is the best-selling console with 155 million. DS,
Yeah.
154. Then there's quite a bit of a jump to the Switch, which is 122. Amazingly, fourth, which is better than PlayStation 4, 5, 3, 360, Xbox One, is the Game Boy and Game Boy Color, which they combine the sales of those two things, which is kind of
Yeah.
cheating, but still
it is.
a pretty good selling little
I
machine.
think Nintendo did all right.
And the Wii sold 101,
Do you know what's
which
kind
was
of
less
amazing?
than the PlayStation 1 in the end.
Yeah, you know what's kind of amazing? When they first came out with the Switch, we were all like, "Oh, I don't know whether this is going to work."
Yeah, and then, well, I'll tell you what boosted that was Animal Crossing and COVID.
Yeah,
like,
it was.
It's just
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah,
Yeah, they did very, very well.
very well.
Yeah, and the new Zelda game's out soon, so that's all good. Can't wait.
Sure.
Can't wait to play me some more Zelda.
Yeah.
Go for it.
So yeah, so that's
Weapons
so
break
the-
every 5 seconds.
yeah, PS5's doing pretty well. Well, Force not so strong with Star Wars Jedi Survivor on PC as performance panned on Steam.
Ah, I see what they did there, because
Yes.
the Force is strong with this one as a
Yeah.
line from the Star Wars, but then it's not.
When are they going to release these games optimized to fucking work?
Well, they
day
know
one?
they don't work.
Yeah,
They
but how many people are they
know.
willing to piss off before they do
There-
it?
there is
Well,
they
and
know.
when it starts affecting sales, yeah.
Yeah, it
but
doesn't affect sales. They
doesn't
hype the
because
game and then
everyone, yeah,
fix
they
it later.
just wet our pants and they're, oh my god, it'll be amazing. Oh wait, it's kind of shitty. I'm gonna have to wait 3 weeks for a proper or a week
It's
at
just
least for
shit,
a patch.
though, isn't it?
I'm really mad
also,
about this.
I'd be
Here
curious-
comes this game that's coming out next month. Oh my god, it's gonna be something. The whole cycle just starts all over again.
I've seen some
Nobody
gameplay
ever
of like the
learns.
bad performance and stuff, and it's not that bad.
Well,
It's
that's the
not.
other thing is that news outlets are just looking for stories like,
You
hey,
say
this is
that.
totally broken.
You say that, can I just say, but Millie's boyfriend Adam has got The Last of Us on PC, and it's still broken.
Yeah, I know, but I'm talking
And
about.
how many
that's not ever
weeks has
true.
that been out now? And it's
But
still
I'm, yeah, but
not
I'm talking
working
about this
properly.
game, right? And I've
Yeah, well,
seen
they're all the same.
no, but I've seen
only
videos of this Star
Really,
Wars
it's
one,
not.
and it's
Some
not
games
that
are
bad.
worse than others.
It's like a drop in frame rate. It's like that's it's almost like people just jump on it like really, really, really quickly and go no. And I think it gets overblown because I don't think most people really notice. Like we
Well-
notice because we're all nerds. And the people that post and comment and stuff, they notice, but the majority just won't notice, and that's what the developers know, and then they'll fix it about a month later, and everybody will forget.
And then on top of all of that, there's a major game-breaking bug in the game.
Yeah, right. Well, there you are.
So basically, there's a level of the game when you get to a certain point, if you don't meditate when you get to the top, right, and then get killed, it respawns you at the bottom of this thing where you can no longer get back up to the top. And you have to, and it's quite a way into the game, and you have to start the whole game over. From the beginning.
That sucks.
Yeah. I mean, they'll fix it. They'll fix it.
But how did that get through?
Because they released it quick.
They're not looking for that when they're doing the beta testing.
No, but
and
someone
then
should have fucking realised that. Should have thought, shit, if they don't meditate when they come out of this dungeon and they get respawned in the dungeon, they can't get out again.
They don't give a
here's
fuck.
the thing. It's not that I don't even think it's that they don't give a fuck. It's that they're checking for 700 things, and they fixed 600 of them, and then that's the.
They don't fix any of them. That's the problem.
You're right. They don't fix
ship
any.
it and then go,
They do
we'll
fix them,
afterwards.
Stu. They do fix them, but
Yeah,
like they
might
don't
fix
fix all
some
of
of
them.
No,
They don't fix all of them. And maybe they should do more beta testing. Now, this comes down to the complex question of capitalism, right? If it's about meeting a deadline, it's about getting the thing shipped and saving money on the process of making the game, cutting beta testers just makes sense. Because there's someone smoking a cigar going, it's good enough, fucking ship that shit. And there's some coder going, wait a minute, there's still big problems with it. It's probably going to be fine. Send it out. You can do a patch in a week.
See,
that's why it goes out.
Under normal circumstances, I would agree with you. I would. But let's be honest here. Dead Island 2's been through 4 developers, and from what I can gather, it works all right. It doesn't have any major
different
issues.
publisher, different publisher,
No,
different.
but
thing.
again, some people can do it.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I'm saying,
And
though, but it
that's not
sounds
as
like.
big a
But hang
release.
on. Well, but in that case, it may be that the first developer, if there's 700 problems in a game before it drops, the first developer takes care of 200, the second developer takes care of another 200, the third developer takes care of another 200, and then the fourth one gets to deal with the last 150 or whatever.
And one of your favorite games, Stu, when it came out, was a bit of a buggy mess.
Oh, Witcher 3.
Witcher 3.
terrible.
And they so much so they redesigned the whole UI.
Yeah, well, they've got a form for being crap at looking.
Exactly. So what I'm saying is different developer, different publisher, different rule.
I
Like,
guess,
just-
but I just feel like in this day and age, these developers need to release completed games, not release fucking that
I agree
half-baked
with you,
shit
Stu.
that doesn't work properly.
Here's what I would say. I will put it a slightly different way. Gamers deserve a finished product when a game comes out. You would
Especially if
not
they're
be
paying
okay.
$70 or what, or $80
Right.
or whatever.
You would not be okay with buying a car and then they go, hey, just so you know, in about a week, we're going to have an update so that your radio
We'll
works.
put your engine in.
I also think like
So-
this isn't that big of a deal because I mean,
Well, it's not that big a deal. In most cases, it's not that big a deal.
Look, Chris, who I've shared the console with, he's bought it, and his attitude is, I'll just wait a month.
I
Do you
know,
know what I
but
mean?
why bother buying it in the first place?
Because in a month it'll be
Nobody
fine.
should buy something as soon as it comes out ever. So, I mean, we just learned.
Yeah,
that.
that's true.
I've
but
given up. I have
Yeah.
given up doing that. Talking of Dead Island 2, by the way, it shifted 1 million copies in the first weekend of release, which is pretty bloody good
Yeah.
for a game that's had all those problems.
People still like zombies.
They do. Final thing is
They like killing them.
Major publishers report AAA games can cost over $1 billion to make.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's like, fucking hell. It's no wonder these games come out half-baked because they cost so much to fucking make now.
No, I don't think like the gaming industry's going to crash, but these big AAA games just don't come out as often anymore.
Well,
Like,
no.
but there are games every week. There's more games than ever, but
Yeah.
the big AAA ones don't come out as often.
Well, there's
Well, the
games
problem-
every day if you go to Steam, but just, god damn, there's so much
Yeah.
shit.
There is so much shit. The problem
There's
is...
Furry Hitler, I mean, that's...
For the next Grand Theft Auto title, the cost of actually developing the game is about $250 million.
You double it for marketing,
Yeah.
don't you? I
But
suppose?
it's the marketing takes
Yeah.
it. They reckon the marketing costs $660 million.
Yeah.
Ted Wooden wipes his ass with $600.
The rule with movies is like, say if a movie costs like 100 million to make and it only makes like 120, it's like it's lost because you double the budget for the marketing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I you know, by the way, Armar texted me this week and said 15 years ago today, GTA 4 came out, which is making me feel really old. But
We are old.
which is also the age of this show. But well, how long we've
is.
been, we've been podcasting. So yeah, like AAA games like Rockstar are a perfect example that they don't release games as regularly they used to. Look at like Zelda games, Mario games. They're all like it. Like they take forever to come out because they cost so much. There's so much to do. Everybody expects more for the next one.
But they also
it's just the way-
expect high
but then we have
quality, I
more
guarantee.
games than ever because lots more people are making games because they're more financially viable. But also, there's a lot of shovelware. It's almost like
It is.
everything. Remember when the Wii store used to be full of the Wii
Oh,
console used to be
full of right
shovelware?
load of shit.
Shovelware is on every fucking console now, everywhere. Not just the Wii, everywhere. It's just shit all over the place. That's games.
Can I just say as well? I guarantee when Zelda comes out, it won't be a mess. Can I just say?
No, because Nintendo keep a tight leash on that. sort of stuff.
That fucking game will be polished within an inch of its life.
Different publisher, different developer, different rules, Stu.
Yeah, they should all have the same fucking level of
Yeah,
standard.
but
though.
not all publishers and developers are Nintendo who make fucking cash print.
And Nintendo has made it their mission to like their seal of quality ever since the first NES has really meant a lot.
Yeah.
And therefore they're very careful about what they put their name on.
I
A lot of
agree.
developers don't do that because they don't
Well,
have
it's more
that same
publishers than
prestige
developers,
behind
I think, is the issue here. It's
Well,
not
that's
necessarily
fine.
developers.
Yeah, it's publishers who are doing it.
It's the
EA,
publishers
it's
pushing
EA
to get it
doing
out
it.
there.
EA did
Well,
it.
Well, you know what?
Yeah, well, they should have higher standards.
They should have more pride in what they're fucking doing.
EA looked at the spreadsheet and went, performance issues, bad bug, don't care, release it, we'll fix it.
Right.
Fuck
and
you.
that may be something to do with the difference between Japanese corporations and American corporations because
Yes.
American corporations have always been about just like cash
Fuck
money
it, do
fast,
it,
make
bam,
it,
bam,
do it.
bam.
Japanese corporations are like, you work with us for 40 years, we'll take care of you.
Also,
American
Japanese
corporations are like, you work
culture.
with us for 40 years, well, it sucks to be
Yeah,
you. Get
fuck
the
you.
fuck
Here's
out
a
of my
watch.
office.
Get out of here. So,
We're moving the plant to Mexico.
but
and now you go on
Japanese
welfare.
culture as well is like, oh, we fucked up. I'll half my salary.
Yeah, they do.
Right.
They do.
Like, there's a personal sense of responsibility.
Yeah.
There
Whereas
ain't no
Americans
fucking
is like,
personal nothing in
oh, I
America.
fucked up. I will give myself a bonus to cheer myself up.
Yeah, I'll give
I fucked
myself
up.
a
It's that
a
other guy's fault.
gazillion-dollar
He's been
bonus.
fired. Give me a bonus. Yeah, exactly.
Pudking1 says, just wait till Starfield comes out.
Hey,
Yeah.
Bethesda's never released a buggy game. So
He
I'll
is
agree on
totally
that.
right, can we just say?
Hey-o.
That thing's got to be a fucking
But then,
hot
but then they
Black
fix it, and
Friday.
everybody
But
just
there-
remembers the good stuff.
And the bugs are funny, and we play the
Yeah, but
game.
you know,
Bugs are like, whatever.
when like Skyrim came out, when Fallout came out, it was full of bugs. People forget them. You just ride the wave. That's what developers and publishers are saying. Just ride the wave. We'll just get it fixed. No one remembers. Just fucking get over it. You know,
to an
that's what it is.
extent, right? But what I remember about playing Cyberpunk was
Cyberpunk was an
worrying-
exception because the
Was
bugs
worrying.
were ridiculous.
was worrying that by the end I might not get to finish the game.
There is a curve point, Stu. Do you know what I mean? If there are too many
You
bugs,
know what I mean? I'm
if there are
like,
too
"Oh,
many bugs,
what if I don't actually finish
Yeah,
this game?
so
And towards the end, I was like, shit, don't crash.
Cyberpunk
Don't
was
do
the
this,
exception to
don't
the
do
rule when it
that."
had too many bugs. So yeah, you can have too many bugs, but
It
the
was even
performance
like-
issue, it ain't going to affect it long run.
It wasn't the worst in the world, but even like I played one of the early missions. And I don't know if I remember talking about this, but
Yeah, we
it
had
took about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Got to the end, and the final cutscene didn't trigger, so I couldn't actually leave the
Yeah, it's
area.
a piece of shit. That's why.
And I had to play the whole mission over again, for another.
Apparently,
30.
it's fixed now.
Yeah,
And,
apparently.
and,
it's
and
doing
also,
alright.
but the funny thing is, even though Cyberpunk is renowned for having terrible, terrible bugs when it was released, even now people go, but it's good now.
It is a good game.
No
I mean,
Man's
I
Sky.
enjoyed it.
No Man's
Hello.
Sky.
Yeah.
No Man's
Look at
Sky is
that. That
the
is- that
salvation
is,
story of all
But,
games.
can we
But
just
that
say,
was
though-
over-promising. That wasn't
Yeah,
exactly
it wasn't
bugs.
broken. It was working fine. It was
But
just
it
that
was,
there wasn't
but
a lot
compared
to
to
it.
what they said it was going to be, it was like.
Yeah,
So
there
what?
isn't a lot
What
to it.
people? How it's released and what people remember and how people think of it a year on after isn't always the same.
And,
So- and they can still
the
turn a
whole
profit. They can
phenomenon of
still turn a
early
profit.
access on Steam and Xbox Game Store or Game Pass has this. There's a lot of games that are like in development. You know what I mean? Like people are along for the ride. I
Yeah,
think that's
that's
something a lot of
fine.
game players
Like, look,
are
whoa.
just. But I think that bleeds over to AAA games as
It
well.
kinda
People
does,
are
I was
like,
gonna say, I
you know
have
what?
no issue.
As long as I get it earlier, then I'm happy to.
I have
deal
no
with
issue
the
with early
process of
access
patching
or
it.
in development or any of that sort of stuff. That's fine because you know what you're getting into. But when they release a game finished when it isn't is where I have
but,
the issue.
But Stu, you're forgetting one thing.
What's that? Cash is king.
Fuck you.
Yeah, cash is king. That's it. And fuck you.
You know what I mean? Like
Uh,
because that's they'll fix it and fuck you.
They'll
and if
fix it.
because the game reviewed well. It'll get fixed. It's apparently a very good game.
Oh, yeah, I've heard it's amazing.
No one will remember this.
I'll
It's
wait
a great
till
As
game.
they
drops
say
in
in the
price.
movie quiz show, the public has a very short memory, but corporations, they never forget.
There you go.
There you go. Right, on that note, let's see what Jacinta thought of Minecraft Legends.
Let's do
See
it.
if she liked it as
Oh
much.
yeah, this is basically a speak pipe, so I'm gonna play the speak pipe theme.
Pipe, it's the way to leave a
No,
message
it's
for
crap.
us.
All right, so this is a audio file from our friend Jacinta, who is in Australia. I'm not Stalin. What are you talking about?
Her name is Jacinta.
And I'm gonna put it over here in Chrome.
Hi guys, Jacinta here. I really need to sort out my audio situation, but at the moment I have a literal sock over the bottom of my iPhone, so that's fun. I have a few things to say about Minecraft Legends. So for context, I quite like Minecraft itself, and I really
doesn't?
liked Minecraft Dungeons, which was the ARPG kind of take on Minecraft.
I never played that.
I'm a huge fan of that genre in general, so I think I was kind of, inclined to like that from the get-go. Minecraft Legends appears to be kind of a blend between the third-person action game and an RTS, which was kind of odd. So the introduction was interesting. The 3 characters you're introduced to were kind of cool. Obviously, this is targeted more towards children, so it was a bit, cheesy, but that's kind of to be expected. I think it did a pretty good job of explaining what you had to do and how to do it in terms of gathering resources and crafting and doing the action combat and all that kind of thing. I kind of think it would have benefited probably from just being a normal RTS with an isometric perspective and just, following that kind of formula. But I was thinking about this, and I think the reason why it's probably not is because they obviously want to put this on consoles, and I don't think RTSs are like control very well on a console. I think Halo Wars is kind of one of the only sort of successful versions of that. And I think especially if you're targeting children, they probably didn't want to make it so complicated. So they've put you in the world, but it's basically an RTS.
Kids are idiots.
And I thought that was interesting, and I'm sure that kids will love it, but it just kind of wasn't for me, especially given they want to do a competitive thing. As much as they explained the controls well, they weren't like intuitive. It felt strange. Anyway, I hope you guys liked it. I don't know if that helps. And I'll see you next week with the Play My Game bitch again. Bye.
Yeah.
Pretty much the
Thanks,
same opinion
Jacinta.
as us.
Thank you, Jacinta.
Yeah, we're all on the same page.
We're all
people.
on the same page.
What's up?
Kids,
We're all on
We
the
appreciate
same
you
page.
sharing your thoughts.
kids are
Yeah,
idiots.
Yeah, they are.
yeah, they are.
A lot of adults
So
are idiots,
anyway,
too.
that being said, we've
True.
got an email, so it's email time.
Ooh.
Oh, snap.
Whoa, that ruled.
Someone's written in to tell us what they thought of it. So we've got another
Okay.
opinion on it. All right. So
Yeah, I
here we
love it.
go.
Everybody come along and tell us
Yeah.
what you
So
think.
this is from. Well, he doesn't. He's actually not signed it off at the end, but it's someone called G.D. Chandler. Maybe it's Chandler Bing. Who knows?
What up, Chandler?
G.D. Chandler. Anyway, so he says, "Play my game, bitch, Minecraft Legends." So he says,
Oh,
"Dear
yeah.
veterans,
Hello.
dear veterans, inspired by the show Legend, that is Jacinta. Published
Yeah.
what is almost certainly a shocking attempt at spelling the name. No, you were pretty close. He's just put an S instead of a C, but other than that, it's spot on.
Bang on.
Spot on.
Yeah.
I thought I would also join in with what I have no doubt the kids are calling "Play My Game, bitch."
all the
installing-
kids are talking
all
about
the
it.
kids are talking about it. After installing Minecraft Legends and going through the opening tutorial, I quickly realized I couldn't be arsed with it and stopped playing.
Correct.
Do you know, that's what we should have all done.
Yeah.
Can I just
Yeah.
say?
That's the correct
Can I
response to
just
this
say?
game.
That's what we should have all done.
Yeah.
It seemed like a Command and Conquer style game, but slower, with less unit options and more annoying mechanics, and I quickly lost interest. You know, we're all on the same page here. We must
Yeah,
be
yeah.
right, because everybody thinks the
Why
same.
don't like some of the listeners recommend Play My Game, bitches?
Yeah, maybe we need someone to
Yeah,
tell us
let's
a
hear
good
what you
game to
got,
play.
people. Now, it
Something
has
we've
to be
never
something we
played.
all have access to.
And we've
It
never
should be
played.
something that's either very cheap or free. or on Game Pass or whatever.
And something obscure, maybe something that not a lot of people have
Well,
heard
see,
of.
here's
but
the
you
trick.
love.
If we're gonna stick to Game Pass, then there's not too much that's obscure on there.
I can buy a cheap Steam game.
Yeah, we don't mind buying
Or
cheap
there's a
Steam
lot of
games.
free Steam games, but we need something that's decent. We don't.
Yeah,
wanna be
something
playing-
decent.
Yeah.
I
Anyway.
might return to it as I didn't give it much more than an hour, but I'm looking forward to hearing whether you guys enjoyed it. But well, do you know what, mate? I wouldn't bother. I wouldn't bother.
Yeah.
Looking forward to next week's Play My Game, bitch. Love the show and thanks for doing it every. Oh, yeah, I signed it. Pillow. I didn't realize that.
Oh
was his
yeah,
name.
Pillow of Soft. Yeah, he's
Now
sometimes
say
in the chat.
Pillow.
Yeah.
Pillow was
Hello.
I quite like his real name. It's more. It sounds posh. Yeah, I'm GD Chandler. I do tailoring.
Excuse me,
Yeah,
GD
GD
Chandler here. I was wondering if you could bugger off.
Yeah, bugger off.
Bugger off.
Yeah.
That's what he said to Minecraft Legends. By the
This
way.
Minecraft Legends is fucking awful. I
Just
wanted to
bugger
die.
off.
In fact, I've had all the developers shot.
Exactly. Right, we've got 3 more emails, by the way. So here
Oh
we
my
go.
goodness! Look
Yeah.
at all the
Loving it,
emails.
loving
The new,
it.
the new email
you,
address
everybody.
is
We love
working
you.
wonders, can I
VG
just say?
Podcast UK at gmail.com. Email in, folks.
Email in.
We'll
send me.
read anything.
This is from Lee. He says, hi.
Hello. Hi.
Hi there, lads. I just wanted to let you know that I'm a big fan of the show. Oh, we'll always take
yeah,
it. Can I
sweet.
just say?
Thank you.
I have a couple of questions for you. When I first played The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past,
Yeah.
I just didn't get it. I didn't understand
What
the
didn't you
purpose of
get?
the-
You
Yeah,
mother-
well, let's see here. He said, I didn't understand the purpose of the game. I thought you had to just go around chopping bushes in half. It was only years later that I realized there was more to it than that.
Yes.
So the questions are, number one, does that make me stupid?
I don't want to say yes, but yes.
Number two, has there been a game that you didn't get until later on in life?
Yeah, Minecraft.
Yeah,
I
I've
hated
got
it
one
for
of
some
those.
Rocket League for Duke as well.
Yeah, Oblivion
that's
for
true.
me. Oblivion. I played that the first time, and I'm like, I just wondered. I attacked a guard, got instantly killed, and then was like, "What the hell is this?" Never played it again. Then my mate explained how to play it, and I went back to it and absolutely fucking loved it. So
Halo Wars for me. Played it. I thought that was fine, and then about 2 years later, I got addicted to it.
there you
So,
go.
Yeah, Halo Wars.
Yeah.
And this was how I found out about the website. Is PS, the Veteran Gamers website seems to be down. So there you go. It is. We realised. So thank you, Lee, for the heads up. We barely go there, so that would explain when we hadn't noticed. The next one is off Luke Rooney, Adam's brother, sent us in an email.
All right. Thanks, Luke's brother.
He says, games. Hi, guys. Just wonder what you think of Star Wars Jedi Survivor and also your thoughts on the problems on PC. Well, we have talked,
Well, we
a
talked
little
about
bit
the
about
problems.
We talked about how we haven't played it.
But
But-
talking about it, yeah, Chinny wants to play this. I definitely want to play
I
this.
bloody
game.
love the first one.
I fucking loved it. It was amazing.
You know what? I'm going to say something here. I'm going to say
Uh-oh.
something here, and it might be
Uh-oh.
controversial.
Uh-oh.
I think Star Wars games are better than the movies. Correct me when I'm wrong. Change my mind. Change my mind. Change my mind.
Well, which movies? There's a
No,
there's
it,
been
no.
quite a few
As,
movies.
as an average, as an average.
I was going to say better than most of the
As an
Star
I don't
average.
know.
Wars
There's some weak Star Wars games.
Yeah, but even a weak Star Wars game is better than a bad Star Wars
Yeah,
game.
Dark Forces is not a good.
Yeah,
Star,
but
it's not a
everybody,
good
let's
video
just
game.
let's just be clear here, Duke. Everybody universally loved Knights of the Old Republic.
Well,
together.
yeah, I'm not disputing that, but I'm talking about like if you're gonna average the Star Wars games, there's some real big outliers.
Give me
down
like the
here at bottom
worst
of that
one.
chart.
Yeah.
What's the worst
Like,
one?
I don't know. Probably. I mean, Dark Forces might be up there. I mean, it was
What's
fun
Dark
at the
Forces?
time.
I
but,
can't
like,
remember it. Dark Forces.
See, you don't even know all the games, man.
I played
I know.
I played one
doing
that was
a
pretty
search
good,
for
which
worst
was
Star
like
Wars game.
a first-person shooter Star Wars
So the
game.
Gamer.com lists some of them, the 15 worst Star Wars games. Angry Birds Star Wars, is that included?
Yeah,
No.
but that's
Well,
good.
Star Wars theme.
Battlefront 2015 reboot, that was pretty bad.
That was fine.
Star Wars Demolition,
Brilliant.
like
One of my
Twisted
favorite
Metal.
games ever.
Lego Star Wars The Yoda Chronicles, I never even played that.
My
A
favorite
lot of
game.
Lego Star Wars games are great.
Oh God, Clone Wars Republic Heroes, I played the demo for that. That was shit.
Great
Yeah.
game. Have you seen some of the movies though?
Terrible.
They're
Yeah, they're
fucking
fucking
terrible.
I'm not saying that some of the movies were awful, but
Terrible.
I don't know if I can agree with you exactly. I think it probably comes out about the same.
Did you see The Last Jedi? It was
Hey,
terrible.
there's good things in the last.
It was
Jedi.
pretty
Yeah,
terrible.
Adrian Edmondson. He's the only good thing in it.
Yeah, other than that, it was terrible.
Fucking
Star
Luke
Wars
turns into
Obi-Wan? I never
like
saw
he just
that.
vanishes. What kind of a stupid thing is that?
Flight of the Falcon, Masters of Terras Kazi. See, we don't know a lot of these games.
I reckon.
Looks like
Well,
Street
I'll tell you what
Fighters.
though. Most of the Star Wars games that I've played have been better than the movies.
Well, that's fine, but
Yeah.
we got to recognize we don't.
We
always
try
know
to.
everything.
To be honest with you, we do try to avoid shit games, Duke, on this
So
show.
Star Wars Dark Forces.
Yeah, but if you're making a statement about all the
Quiet.
games,
I am
next
talking.
Star Wars,
Quiet.
I don't know what you're saying.
I am talking. Quiet. Star Wars Dark Forces looks like a sort of Doom.
it was trying to be Doom. Exactly.
Yeah, Doom knockoff. Yeah. Interesting. Anyway,
Now, interesting.
Email.
Now, this is-
email.
so that
email,
was. Can I
email.
just say, was that in the worst games?
Yes.
Well,
Yeah,
maybe I
well-
shouldn't say worst games. Like, it's not terrible. It's just
Well, interestingly, on IGN they've got the 10 best Star Wars video games,
Dark Forces one of
and
them.
Dark Forces is number 10.
Damn.
It's number 10.
Well,
it's just basically Doom Star Wars. That's what that was.
Yeah.
It is. It is.
It's Doom Star Wars.
Are we still reading this email?
I don't know. I was looking what the best games on
Email,
Star.
email. Stay on track. Stay on track.
I'm
Stay on
just seeing if I can find something good for you. Jedi Survivor. Oh yeah, Knights of the Old Republic was number 1. Anyway, emails. Let's carry on. That was it from Luke. So thank you,
Oh,
Luke.
Thanks, Luke. Well, I'll play it
so
at some point, Luke.
We'll definitely be playing it. We'll definitely
but
play it.
you know, I'm old, not like you. I can't play everything
Now,
like on a drop of a hat.
Can I just say, Mark Singh has sent in what I think is one of the best questions we've had in a long time.
MS Ranger.
Take that, everyone else who sent us questions.
I like this question.
Some guy is just like, oh.
So he says, question time. Good evening, veterans.
Hello.
You've won a few $1,000,000
I knew I had.
Awesome. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much, Mark. That's
So
really
Oh, wait, is this
nice.
like a hypothetical thing?
So money is no object.
Okay.
What car would you buy?
I don't need a new car. I got a car already.
I don't
So if you
care
could
about
buy
cars.
any car, what car would you see? I do. I'm not a massive car person, right? But if money was no object, I would buy a 1970s Porsche 911
Yeah, that's nice.
because
I think,
they're fucking cool as 10. I would just have one of those.
What would I buy?
Probably a white one. I'd
I know
probably
what I
go
buy.
white.
I know what I buy.
What would you buy?
I buy a DeLorean, but electric.
There you go. You see,
There
I
you go.
knew there'd be a car.
Electric
you would buy.
DeLorean with all the bells and whistles on it.
There
By the
you
way,
go.
that might be my midlife crisis. Just
There
saying.
you go. They're terrible cars, by the way.
No, I
Absolutely
know, but
shocking.
you can gut them and convert them to electric cars.
There you go.
There you
So like it's the shell of a DeLorean with all the door. and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. You need a better chassis though. The chassis was horrendous. It was a horrendous car.
Well, money's no object.
You'd have to just rebuild it. Just
Yeah,
with a
it's
shell.
just a shell.
Yeah,
It's just a shell.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I'd do because I
what
can
about you,
afford it
Duke?
with my millions.
What
Don't
about-
need
what
a
about
new
you,
car. I'm good.
Duke? Is that it? You just wouldn't buy a
Dude,
car?
I
play-
don't want a new car. The
Come on,
world
play the
is
game.
Play
filled
the
with
game.
Play the
Play the
game.
game.
I give it to a charity that gives cars to people. who need
Boring.
them.
You'd save the
Duke-
world.
Duke
Boring.
would have a-
Here, I'll tell you what I'd
replica.
buy. I'd buy an Octane car from Rocket League.
There you
I was just
go.
gonna say. I was just about to say he'd have a replica built of his
There you
Rocket
go.
League
And
car.
you go, if this car does not double jump, I'll be pissed
Yeah,
off.
yeah, exactly.
But if we made a
Exactly.
real car double jump, Mr. Piotrowski,
You would
it
kill
would be
yourself when the
very,
first time you
very
drove.
dangerous and you'd probably die. You
Fuck outta
heard
here, I
what
don't
I
wanna hear it.
said.
How do I move up into the sky? What?
I
So
don't
the
want a
next-
big jet on the back.
He's got more. There's more questions, by the way.
Okay, more. Go ahead.
And I want big
what-
orange orbs coming out the ground so I can collect more jet. What are you talking about?
What what holiday destination would you go to first?
The moon.
So money no object. Where would you go?
The moon. No. I'd go to space. I think I'll go to space.
Would you go on the Virgin whatever or one of them things?
Yeah, one of them
and
things. Yeah.
Space tourist.
Yeah, I go to space. Yeah. Yeah.
Go to
Yeah,
space.
Yeah, I go to space.
I'd like to see Japan.
Yeah, I'd go to
Japan.
Japan as well. Yeah.
I'd like to play Go with Japanese people, study Zen with Japanese folks. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everything that they do in Lost in Translation, I would not do because fuck that movie.
I hate
Fuck
that
that
movie.
So
Everybody banged on about that movie.
I
Like,
know they
and
do,
I watched it. I was like, apparently this is going to be a good movie. And I was like, this is boring.
Wow.
Like, they're just doing
But see,
karaoke.
what you didn't, I think what you didn't get, Shinny, is that at the end of the movie, he whispers in her ear.
You're like, what did he? What did she say?
You see, we watched the movie at the weekend similar to that. Have you ever seen Midnight in Paris?
No.
Oh, Woody Allen movie from 2011, nominated for an Oscar. It is boring.
Yeah.
Do they have any people molesting their?
No,
stepdaughters?
it's a kind of
'Cause
time
that's
travel
the thing that
movie.
Woody
So
Allen
this,
did. So fuck him.
so,
I'm not giving him
so yeah,
It's
so
all
basically-
fun. So the Lost in Translation movie. Did I miss something there, Duke? Did I?
Yeah, I was lost in
No,
translation.
because you know what? I'm really glad that you said that, because I watched that movie that everybody rants about, and I was like, man, that was like terrible.
Now there are movies that look, it's a pretentious,
Look,
arty.
to be fair,
film
Chinny,
about
Yeah,
other
yeah.
cultures.
To be fair, Chinny, when he's on that exercise machine, that's kind of funny.
I don't remember it. I just remember
There's
them
the
like
exercise
filming
machine bit.
something that was like real life Tokyo, and they didn't get permission or something, and they filmed it, and then I remember like some karaoke scenes,
And
I
the woman
remember-
going, lip my talking.
I don't remember that.
Right. We watched Tar over the weekend. Have y'all seen that? The Kate
No.
Blanchett movie. Her performance is amazing. I think it's not a great movie. I mean, everybody loves it. It was nominated for an Oscar. A lot of people's top film of the year. It's good but not great. Like,
I
there's a lot
watched.
in it.
I watched The Menu.
Oh, right, okay.
Basically, if you want like a poor man's glass onion,
Okay.
it's not bad. It's not. It's got Ralph Fiennes in it, and he's great.
Hey, I like.
Have
him.
you watched Boiling Point yet? by the way?
Yes.
Oh, so good. I
Rafe
love Boiling
Fiennes.
Point.
Rafe Fiennes. Yeah.
Is it not Ralph?
I know it's weird. Nope,
It's
Rafe.
Ralph.
I know it's weird. It's Rafe.
Ralph.
It's Rafe. It's Rafe.
Look it up on Wikipedia,
Ralph.
and there's a
Rafe.
pronunciation guide.
By the way,
I've
I haven't told you
instantly
where
just
I'd
took a
go yet.
disliking to him.
I haven't told you where I'd go. I'd get on a plane and I'd go to Madison,
I
Wisconsin.
thought that was going to be it. I'd get on a plane.
Yeah, I get on a plane.
I go to Madison, Wisconsin because there's somebody there who I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
What? But is this
but
a
that-
really vacation destination?
No, that's
No.
not what I would do. Actually, I'm
No.
lying.
I'd
What I
stop
would
there
do-
for like a day and say hello, Eric, and then I'd go to
I
like
would-
Chicago
right.
or something.
I would hire a private yacht and go around the Galapagos Islands. That's what I would do because it's kind of
okay.
cool. So
And from space, I could see you. I could be like, there's
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. And
I
then I'd
wonder
go
if the
scuba
Galapagos is
diving.
filled with obnoxious people who are like Darwin fanboys, though, and they're like, "That's where he saw the goldfinch, and that's where he saw the turtles." It's just- you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
apparently Everest is just like filled with obnoxious tourists.
Oh,
trying
it's
to get
yeah.
selfies.
Well, you have to be really rich to go to Everest.
Yeah, well,
I have to
I
wonder if the Galapagos are like that.
Yeah, you've
I
got,
met
well, the same
somebody-
thing, You've got to be really rich.
I met somebody that went to Everest, and he was just the biggest, like twat, basically. I was just he was just a knob. I was like, you're a knob. Like you're a grade A knob. Like I saw you coming, knob.
Knob, Ed. Knob, Ed.
And he was just like, yeah, you know, you're like, it was so
Knob,
fucking
Ed.
amazing. you know, I
A
was like,
final question: where in the country would you move to? So either in America for you, Duke, or anywhere in this country for you, Chinny and
I
me.
think I mean, I want to do this for real, but I want.
But you can't live there. You can't be where you live currently. Just
No, but I want to retire to Stratford upon Avon. That's where I'd move to.
Oh, nice. I like Stratford.
I love Stratford
Nice
upon Avon.
place. Nice place.
So I'd live next door to. I'd buy Shakespeare's house and fuck
would
all the
buy
tourists.
Just saw
Shakespeare's
Macbeth last
house.
night, by the way.
Oh right. Oh yeah.
It was interesting. It suffered from American Shakespeare syndrome, which is like everybody yelling their lines at the top of their lungs and like
Right.
over emoting and stuff. It was, parts of it were well done, but parts of it were like, and the main guy, the guy who played Macbeth, like he was reading all of his acting as if William Shatner was presenting
God.
speeches, and it was really weird. It's like,
yeah.
Well, I would move to Bamborough.
Bamborough?
Why
Bamborough.
What's Bamborough?
Bamborough's beautiful. It's in Northumbria. And it kind of feels remote enough. Beautiful beach where you could have a nice walk every day and cycling and stuff.
Bamborough. There's a castle there.
It's a beautiful castle. Very cool. And it
We've got a
also-
castle in Dudley, Stu.
Yeah, it's not quite the
There's
same.
a fucking
It's
zoo round it. Does your
not
castle have a
quite the
zoo
same.
round it?
No, it doesn't. And it's featured in Forza Horizon 3, the one that's set in the UK. I can't remember which one it was. Was it 3?
Fuck knows. There is no possible way to know.
Oh, 4.
I think it was 4.
So that's
It was
what,
4.
so I feel like it's remote enough so you'd feel like you were in a lovely middle of nowhere place, and I'd have a house built on the beach. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
A money no object thing. I've one of them, like, you know what I used to see in Miami Vice, where they had stilts. And they were built on the beach. I'd have one of those. In fact, I would just move to Miami and have one of those
In
houses.
the Netflix series, The Last Kingdom, Bamborough is in it. Apparently.
Yeah. There you go.
There you are.
It's such a cool place.
And it was in Forza 4, yes. Forza
yeah,
Horizon 4.
Forza Horizon 4. Duke, where would you move? Where'd you go?
You don't want to hear this. I like where I live. I don't want
No, you
dude.
can't.
Stop
pick
being
where
a
you
Buddhist.
currently live.
I'm a Buddhist. I don't really like material
I don't wanna
things.
buy a car,
Just
I
say
don't wanna-
Vegas. Just
I
say
don't wanna
Vegas.
move there, I don't
Oh
wanna spend
hell no! I'm not
holiday.
going to Vegas. I might want to move back to Florida because the climate. I grew up in a climate where there's no snow.
Yeah,
and
and
ice
all those
everywhere.
old wrinkly brown people would be great.
Well, okay. First of all, I don't know why you got to hate on brown people. Like,
Yeah,
what the
that's
fuck?
racist.
It's white
No, I'm talking
supremacists
about
coming out and-
elderly white people who go brown and wrinkly because they live.
We
in
know
Florida.
what you're talking about,
If
you
you're gonna
big
make fun of
racist.
elderly people who sit in the sun, you would call them red, and like they burnt. and
Well,
stuff.
they don't. Have you not seen the colour of them? Jesus Christ, they look like parchment.
Okay.
Get skin cancer and
Ageist,
stuff.
then I guess we'll just leave it.
Yeah,
at
I'm ageist. I am
Stu
definitely
hates old
ageist.
people.
Wrinkly prune people.
Right. Are there any other emails?
Yeah. There's another question. Final quiz question.
Oh, God damn, we're not even done
Now,
with this.
Chinny
email
might be
yet.
able
Did
to
you say
answer
quiz?
this. Yeah, it's a quiz question. Just
Yeah.
one.
It's time for the quiz. It's time for the quiz.
What was the first gaming console to have internal memory?
That's a tricky one. It might be something obscure like a Jaguar or something, but I'll go with the Xbox original.
I'm gonna go Xbox original. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
I think it's Xbox original. Duke, have you got a guess?
The Neo Geo.
Neo Geo. There you go. He
I
hasn't
know it's
actually
wrong,
given
but
us an
I was
answer,
saying-
so I've no idea.
All right, let me-
Ah, dude, you don't know how email quizzes
There's
work.
no answer.
Hello?
There's no answer.
But what was the
This
question?
is like
The
that
first-
video
tell
game
a
where you have
lie.
to just randomly
Hold
guess
on,
what
hold
drink
on,
it
hold
goes.
on, hold
No,
on.
no, I've got to scroll to the bottom. He's actually done quite a good job of spacing
Oh,
it.
for
so I
fuck's
can't
sake,
think.
Stu, learn how to read a goddamn email, would
Here
you?
we go. Are you ready?
Ah, he
It
didn't even
was-
sign it. Oh, wait, it's down
Yeah,
here.
it's down here. It was the Sega Saturn.
Okay.
apparently.
Oh, I was close.
You were close. 1 megabyte of internal memory. Thank you. Good
Yeah.
night,
About
Mark.
that.
So there you go. So thank you, Mark. We like that. And that's it. That is all of the emails.
Nice.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate all those emails, people.
I've just
Yeah, we
googled
do.
it. I've just googled it. The first console with internal memory, and the Xbox came up.
Did it seriously?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
I've gone on Quora.
Sega
but
Saturn.
see,
Well,
it's
I don't know
very,
if we
it's,
can really
it's very,
trust
it's
Quora,
it's debatable because there is some memory in all consoles because that's how it stores
Yeah,
the game.
is that classed as memory? Because you couldn't put a game on 1
So I'm guessing
megabyte.
it means like ROM instead of RAM, right?
Yeah.
I guess so. I
Yeah,
don't
it had
know.
enough to do your game saves, presumably.
Who knows? Let's just go with the Sega Saturn.
We're
man.
both right. We're both right. Let's do that.
Who cares?
Sega.
Who gives a shit?
No one gives a shit. Anyway,
Right. Okay. Here we go. Just a minute. I have got some clarity.
I love how we said we don't give a shit, and then Stu
Yeah, we don't. But
Googles
I've
it.
got some. Well, I was doing it while. Does the
Sega.
Sega Saturn have internal memory? Although the Sega Saturn does have internal memory, is it only able to use as a backup in case the battery goes bad and dies on your Sega Saturn? It does not.
It still
have
has it
internal
though.
memory,
Still has it.
but other games all download. so
Still
you
has it
can't-
though. That still has
Yeah,
it.
it does have it. It has it.
I would
We'll
say that
take it.
counts.
Let's go with. We'll take it.
I'll allow it.
Tainted Brain says morning all, so I'm guessing it's morning where he is in Japan.
I guess so.
There's the money.
Yo.
And he's just joined us as we're finishing the show, so that's kind of
Well, there you
yeah,
are.
that's kind of time for shout outs and get the hell out of
happening.
here time. Maybe
Yeah.
Tainted Brain should have sent us an email, then we could have read that out while we were here. Who knows?
It would be perfect timing when we get
It
to the
would have
email.
been.
It's like,
It
hey,
would have been.
time
Maybe
to
you
wake
should
up.
send us one
And
for
we could
next
send him a
week.
little alarm note when it's like, hey.
It's time for a shout out. Hey!
So yeah, I'm going to shout out the doctors who fixed me up. There you go. Job done.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well done to them. Fixing me dodgy ticker.
Cool. I will shout out the new person in the Discord. We've been chatting in the Discord a little bit more, haven't we?
Yes, we
Stu?
have. Yes, we have.
Yes.
Discord.
Well, we had somebody join. He said his name was Delbot.
Yeah, fuck him. That's what I'm saying.
That's nice.
No, well, he said he would send us an email this week, right? I said, send us an email, mate. You know, does a,
And he
do us a
didn't.
solid.
He didn't.
And he
He
fucking
forgot.
didn't, the lazy bastard.
No, don't
He
call him
fucking-
that.
So he can fuck right off out of our Discord because
said-
he didn't do what
no,
he
he's
said.
not,
He
he's not.
committed to sending
Delbot.
one,
No one's
and he didn't even
ignore
do
him.
it.
He's just trying to be funny.
No,
He's
you
just
know
trying to be
what?
funny and failing. Del said, "I'm a veteran gamer. I recently had a PC, so I searched for a
Yeah,
new
he's that
pod."
veteran. He don't know how to send a
Shut
frigging
the
email. That's
fuck
what
up,
it is.
you! Right. He says, I'm a veteran gamer. I recently got a PC, so I searched for a new podcast.
I think he's got the words veteran and senile mixed up.
Right. I'm gonna have to be mean and say shut the fuck up here, Stu. I've tried to read this 3 times now.
Okay, sorry.
Search for a new podcast which covered PC gaming, and your one popped up. 6 episodes later, I am hooked. Love the banter and the friendship you guys have. Fuck you, Stu. That's weird, isn't it? He put that.
Let me talk. I am talking.
He says all the jokes draw from his reference points. He gets it because he's about the same age as Stu or whatever.
Yeah, he probably is as old as me.
And then Stu started to shit on how old I am because he really likes to make people feel good. And
Do you know what, though? I'll totally forgive him if he sends one in for next week, can I just say?
Anyway, but he was playing Vampire Survivor and he didn't get it. He says, like, I don't get it. This game's stupid. I don't get it. It looks like shit. I hate it. I hate you, Chili. Why is this game shit? And I said, keep playing it. It's like crack. And he hasn't replied since, so I can only assume that he's now addicted to it.
Yeah, he is.
That's why he hasn't replied. He's
I
can't put this game down. He's just sat there dribbling from the corner of his mouth. That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
Oh, no, sorry. That's just his normal stance. Just say.
Stop it, Stu.
Sorry.
You're so mean. There should be an unwritten rule here, Stu. You can be mean to you can be mean to me and Duke.
Right. Okay.
But you can't be mean to the people that write to the show.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Because you can say that about me because I'm here. Right. I'm in front of you. I can tell you to fuck off.
Okay.
They don't have a 2-way conversation with you.
No, that's true.
So
can we hurry up?
That's
and
a power we've got. That's a power
idiot
we've got.
Wrote into us.
And I'm trying to delay it more so Duke gets more angry.
Yeah, can I just say I apologise, Delbot.
He doesn't mean it, Delbot.
And I've stopped there. I'm just going to apologise. I do apologise. I am sorry.
I'll stop there and continue to talk.
Okay.
The last thing I want to say about this game is it's great. You should play it.
Yeah, it's great.
All right.
Just play it.
Yeah, I'll shout out Amar because he keeps, God bless him, every day. Here's some video with something that you're not interested in. Here's this new thing.
Oh, see, you said I would be mean. That's worse.
I love it. I love it.
That is worse.
Maybe, like, I love the Brooklyn Nine-Nine stuff.
No,
and
just
I love,
accept the videos, even if you don't watch them. Just pretend.
I accept them. It's not like I don't accept them.
No, just pretend, though. You don't have to be mean.
But sometimes it's like I'm getting texts from my wife. I'm trying to deal with school stuff, and then Amar's like, "Hey, what about this movie that came out 7 years ago?" I'm like,
"Don't be mean, dude."
No, I feel like if I was sending someone something and they didn't want me to do it, I would appreciate them telling me.
I'm just saying, I love you, Amar.
I'd cry, but I would.
Maybe like 10% less stuff. That's all. Anyway, yeah, but
turn it up 16%, Amar. Turn it up 16%.
Yeah, keep sending more. Send him 2 a day now instead of 1.
And put the title urgent to make him panic.
Yeah, it is. Must watch.
To the cool people on Rocket League. There are some cool people on Rocket League.
No, there's not.
No, there's not. They're all dicks,
and
including you.
Shout out to everyone listening and Jacinta for sending in the pseudo.
Yeah, thanks, Jacinta. That takes time, man.
It does. And shout out to who was the person that played the game, the other game, the
Pillow Soft. Was it
Pillow Soft? Yes. Thanks to him.
That's right.
Thank you, him.
Or as we know him, GD Chandler.
Oh, Chandler, yes.
Yeah, Chandler. Oh.
Somebody download the next fucking week. You listen to the show, find out what the game is, and download it for me. I'm not listening.
I just need to go and buy a new Rolex. I'll be back soon.
My old one looks sharp.
Yeah. On the Tesla. Just get a Tesla.
Cool.
Right. So yeah, that's kind of it, I guess.
I think we're done.
That's it, people. Thanks for listening. Right.
What happens
All right,
next?
show's over. No refunds. You heard the robot. Get out.
Won't you? Won't you? Won't you? Won't you? Won't you? Just switch on the television set and go and do something less boring instead. Sitting at home, watch TV, turn on slow good to me.
That's weird.
There you go.
What a show it was.
What a show.
Remember that time when we talked about video games?
I know, it's quite impressive.
Yeah.
So, Duke and Chinny.
Yes.
Merch.
Yes.
What's happening with the merch, man?
I've got to set up a Amazon shop.
Yeah, I
basically.
think that's the best way to go, personally.
So
I
Amazon
think.
have a service where they can print it on demand for you, which I will do. Oh, there's a siren going past.
And I think it's slightly cheaper as well. Looking at
It
the
is slightly
price.
cheaper, but also Prime people that use Amazon for Prime, or if they bundle it
Go
with
for
other orders, get it for free delivery. So it's a
Free
little bit better.
shipping.
But I wanted
Yeah.
to check with Duke because I know he hates Jeff Bezos.
Well.
It's fine. I mean, whatever. I've self-published books through Amazon, so
Yeah,
you know,
true.
whatever.
You're a big
There's
hypocrite.
limited
Yeah,
opportunities.
you're a big old hypocrite. That's you.
We want to take a position against it. Fine. If we don't want to, that's also okay.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to do.
I'm not making money off it either way. so
Yeah, we're not going to make money off it, I don't think.
well, right. That's the other thing. So really, we're just helping them. So I mean, whatever. It is what it is.
It is what it is, and what it is fucked up.
Is what it is.
Yeah, so I'll do that at some point.
So are all the designs locked in now? Is that all?
Yeah, they're all
done?
locked in.
Ooh,
I've
cool.
also, for the people on the Patreon, and for the T-shirt giveaway that we did last year, which I haven't forgot about.
You'd be forgiven for thinking we had.
Yeah,
Just
but
saying.
I remember we drew names. The names are still in the Google Doc, and then I'm going to draw a random couple of names and give them a free.
So
T-shirt.
how are you? Can you get these printed somewhere else for these ones, or is
Yes.
this kind?
So for
Oh,
those,
that's all
I
right.
think I found another person to do those now. When I say person, I mean it's like one of my customers that has like a side, like it's a big customer. It's a big customer. It's not like they make forklifts and service
Right.
forklifts. So it's a big company.
Yeah.
But they started printing in house for their own high vis and PPE, and then they just started setting up their own printing because there's like we might as well do this commercially. And they said to me, "Oh, if you need anything, just let me know." So they printed a lot of Stone's Throw high vis things for us and stuff. I was like, "What if I needed something for my personal like podcast thing?" And they was like, "Yeah, just let us know." So I sort of came across it. So that should be good as well.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So it's almost like two ways of doing it. We can either do it through this printer that I know, or we can just send people the link to on Amazon, and then they can just buy them themselves, and that just saves me a lot of hassle. So that's
yeah,
the
you don't
reason,
have to mess around with shipping or anything.
That's the reason why, like, we should sort out our website and then change it to sort of like a landing page that basically just links off to. If you want to listen to all the episodes, here's the Podbean link. If you want to
become a Patreon,
if you want to see our YouTube channel, here's a link to the YouTube channel. If you want to become a Patreon, here's a link to the Patreon. If you want to go to our Amazon store, here's the link to the Amazon store, and that's about it really. And just have like one graphic on there, so it's like more of just a landing page of where to go if you want to. It's just like a hub. It's like a little hub.
I like that idea. I think we should do it.
But yeah, it's, so it took me a while to get there, but I've got there in the end. Yeah, and then we need to make a spreadsheet too at some point.
Yeah, you need to let me know what you want on it exactly. So what do you want it for?
We'll discuss this when we're not.
Yeah.
streaming live.
You need to let me
Margarine,
know exactly how you
mayonnaise,
want it
different
designed.
kinds of spreads.
Mayonnaise, yeah.
The bit of
all the
bit
condiments,
of jam,
all the condiments,
marmalade,
all the condoms,
mayonnaise,
condiments,
right?
Condiments.
There you go.
All right. Well, that's it then.
Yep, that's the show.
Okay.
That's it. We're done.
Thanks, everybody.
Let me play this. Oh wait, where is it? Oh yeah, here we go.